it's Danny and this bitch. It's my platform, baby, come stream on Twitch. I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich, girls don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub, strip down, shawty lose the fit. And Danny's 60, but still want some off that drip. Don't wear the safety, Twitch con, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security. It's greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split. And I don't care that you get a 95 on kick. Don't be so needy. Yeah, it's a Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick. Cause we got baddies, that's the most important bit. Come round and blow off. Yeah, right here it's live on Twitch. It's the soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off, get down and flash your tits. Type shit, my life a movie. TwitchCon, what's off the grid? I'ma watch some streams now. Chill out, cool off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci marks generated the shit.
System, the company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're one giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. Gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife. And then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody, aka Camelot 331, wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
They said you mean supremacy. top. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Guess that's all she had to do. Wear some pants, say thanks, my mama, then watch Twitter melt into.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks. Has anyone noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, you big, beautiful bitches? Hope you guys are doing well on this illustrious-ass Monday. I know I'm trying to survive. I've been sick as a dog for like 3 days, and it feels like it's getting better, but then I'll have an hour where I just feel like garbage again. So, at any rate, we're going to push through. Hope you guys are doing good. It's now a new week, the first official full week of 2026. What's up, Sassy Crockett? How you doing? So we're going to have a good-ass time. We got a lot to show, a lot to talk about. The YouTube shorts have been taking off lately, just going to the damn moon. So is the Facebook Reels. Facebook Reels are they kind of fell off for like a week, and then they came back huge. So it's been very interesting to watch all that. So make sure you guys check those out. A lot of fun. They do not result in stream viewership. I'm still kind of like experimenting, trying to see what helps that. I don't really know what does. It seems to only be affecting me and no other creator I know. So, hey, whatever. We'll see what happens. Big shout out to Kate of the Swiss for the first super chat of the night, $5. Big shout out to Kate of the Swiss. The other night went absolutely ballistic. I really appreciate you, brother. Saved my cheeks with the Ko-Fis. So thank you, brother, for that. I love you and I appreciate you. You are the GOAT. Make sure you guys all like the show. It's very, very important. Likes are the most important thing for the recommendations for the streams. And if you start a stream and you have less than 50 likes, your stream's fucked for like the rest of the whole night. So make sure everybody hits that like button, give it some love. I'm starting a stream with less than 100. It's like a death sentence. What's up, Chadwick? How you doing, buddy? Might go relax in the hot tub, man. I wish that was me right now. I wish that was me. What's up, Chief Danny? How you doing? Ad revenue goes down in Q1. I don't have monetization turned on for streams. But yeah, I know you're right. The ad revenue on Facebook is crazy, but it's like terrible on YouTube nowadays. I don't even worry about ad revenue on YouTube. But at any rate, big shout out to all the boys. Appreciate you. Let's bring in PDH to complete the unity. I can't think, man. I'm just my brain is melted. Say hi to everybody.
Hello. Hi. I had a small mental breakdown earlier, but I'm here. Our kitchen is flooding, and it's fine. We're upstairs. We're not going to drown.
It's not flooding. It's the fridge is dripping. People, when you say things like the kitchen's flooding, they imagine that it's like a foot of water or something.
There is like a gallon of water in the floor.
It's not that much. It's not that much. Our fridge is destroyed. It's time to replace it. It's just.
And we have wood floors, which means it's never going to be the same.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really sad. So at any rate.
So moist.
Not in a position to take care of that right away, unfortunately. But I'm on my way. Well, on my way. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Make sure you guys like the show. Give it some love. Let's hit that 100-like goal. And let's have a good-ass time. Big shout-out to Shani for $100 super chat. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for coming in strong and for being drunk, apparently. That's what she said. So thank God for that, right? It's so hard for me to get drunk. I thought like after my diet, I was going to just drink a claw and be buzzed. It's not how it works. I drank 2 claws yesterday, just experimenting. Felt nothing at all.
It's all those Booker shots. They're ruining us. They're like slowly acclimating us to alcohol so we don't get the fun, like hyper quick buzz that we usually get.
It's very depressing.
Yeah.
Very, very depressing. Thank you, Shani. She says Caps won. Hola. Well, thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shani coming in strong with the giant red boy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shani's goated. Renee Galarza says shake and feet. Oh, snake and feet. Snake and
Shake
feet.
and feet.
Snake and feet. Thank you so much, Mr. Renee Galarza. I appreciate you. I love you.
That's like all you need, right? Because you get the snakes and they don't have the feets. So you have the feet and the snakes, and then you have everything.
Snakes don't have feet. Yes. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you, buddy, for the orange boy, a pink and a gold from Rainbow Night already. Squishman says gallon of moist. Ugh.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Squish.
A gallon of freezer squirt.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Tim Walz, the boy himself, has stepped down in the re-election race for governor of Minnesota. He cites racism as doing so, which is the cringest thing any old bald white man can do. I don't know how you can say you're stepping down and stepping back and no longer pursuing being the governor anymore of your state, but then also saying it's the racist's fault. You're conceding. It means you're accepting defeat. You're accepting fault. You can't say my state is overrun, completely overrun with fraud. It's my fault, but also Donald Trump and Nick Shirley are evil racist. Dude's unhinged and stupid as fuck, and I'm so glad calling people racist just doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. It's done forever.
It's like, and plus, like, if you were stepping down because race is that's the reason you wouldn't step down, right? Like, those are reasons why you would stand in your place and stand your ground, because if there's rampant racism, right?
You think about the crazy thing about Tim Walz is just 1 year ago, he was the #2 Democrat in the entire country. He was talking about how he could beat up all these MAGA supporters like in a fist fight for some weird reason. He was talking about how manly he was, how he had the best state in the entire union, all these good things, all the way to a year later, and he's stepping down in absolute shame. It's fucking crazy to see. Make sure you guys like the stream in honor of Tim Walz being a bitch-ass motherfucker. Thank you. Blue Neptune says I'm super racist now. Apparently that works now, right? Just be racist. It works. Big Mike says only a pink boy away from Rainbow Night. Thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate you, brother. And it just so happens that Shani dropped a pink boy. It is a rainbow night in the first 18 minutes. Coincidentally, well, actually, first 10 minutes because the intro. Coincidentally, on the lowest viewered stream in like a 2 years, 3 years. That's pretty weird, man. But I appreciate it. Maybe we should just have low viewers. That works out apparently. The recommendations don't happen on YouTube anymore. I don't know what it is. It's kind of hard to point it out, but you know, it just seems to be affecting only me. No, really. Like I went and looked at my streams from a year ago, and I went to you can like go through the analytics and look at the recommendations. The recommendations are like 50,000 per stream from my streams a year ago when I would get like 500 to 800 viewers consistently. My recommendations are less than 1,000 sometimes now, meaning that every single person here either went to come find it or they're a mod.
Which means you all are based.
That's pretty wild, actually.
You're all great.
Yeah, there's if you can take solace of the pretty much dead channel thing with the exception of shorts. I've had my highest my highest viewed months the last 2 months in like 3 years. But that doesn't seem to matter. Because it doesn't affect streams at all. The streams are just completely dead. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Twitch is even starting to compete with stream viewers. It's freaking strange. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey, at any rate, the OGs are here and going hard. So thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. She says pink, and that puts us almost halfway to Naked Snake in 2 seconds. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Shani. Shani coming in strong with a red boy, a pink boy. Literally, my sidebar is all the rainbow colors. Single super chats. Kayla Swish, Shani, Renee Galarza, Squish, Big Mike, and Shani, and they're all different colors. It's literally a rainbow.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. It's literally here. I'm just gonna screenshot that. It's literally just a rainbow. My sidebar. It's hilarious. It's unironically a rainbow. We're gay here, you see. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you.
Was it in order of the correct colors?
I don't think so. It's the anti-gay rainbow, unfortunately. The anti-gays. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Venezuela, there's been a big conflict with Venezuela, and by conflict I mean no conflict. And basically within 90 minutes, some Delta Force units went in, kidnapped Maduro, who is a vicious dictator who installed himself in power, kills his opponents, blah, blah, blah. Was taken, arrested, extradited to New York City, and then they're put into prison or jail or whatever.
The key words there are extradited and arrested.
Yeah, he had like a gajillion warrants.
People like to say kidnapped. He was not kidnapped.
And he was not a legitimate president either.
So he was also not the president. Yeah, he was a dictator. They had an elected president who was not in power.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So Venezuelans have been celebrating everywhere and having a great time, but white women in America are really pissed off and they're crying on camera saying they're so sorry to Venezuelans for Trump. And Venezuelans are like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just glad that I'm cool.
Every single time I see a post on Facebook about it, like a positive post about, you know, Trump apprehended Maduro, I go and look at the comments and I'm like, okay, at least 50% of these comments will be sensical. 50% of these comments will be talking about that was a good job, a job well done.
Yeah.
And then no, all of the comments are just like the same 3 points: kidnapping a president, Congress didn't say it was okay. And then, of course, people saying that, you know, they bombed civilians and like just all of the untrue things. It's very frustrating to read over and over again.
Yeah, I see it as a good thing. MGTOW says Maduro, but not Maduro. I call Cracker Barrel. I call it Crackle Barrel. So I will not change for you. This is how I work, brother. Squish Man says, warheads on foreheads, active duty sailors that love this show. Thank you, Squish. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Squish. So we're going to dive into that a little bit. We're going to dive into Tim Walz's statement about him saying Trump's evil. That's why he's resigning, because Trump's evil, right? Has nothing to do with anything else, like the rampant fraud of an estimated. There was a new quote today that came out that the fraud in Minnesota could be at estimated $100 billion. Think about that for a minute. And Minnesota's Minnesota. You don't even remember Minnesota existed until Tim Walz.
It's been years since I thought about the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota was one of those states that I totally had forgot about existing until Tim Walz became a thing. It's like those other states. What's another one? Like Idaho? That's one of them.
Yeah.
You just don't think about those states ever.
North Dakota.
Now Minnesota. So my point is Minnesota is kind of a whatever state, and it's possible to have $100 billion in fraud. What does that mean for places like California? It could be like 10 trillion in California.
Yeah.
And the deficit's like what, 35 trillion? I guarantee you that 98% of our deficit could be fraud, could be completely just fraud from politicians and them bringing in illegal. Like, think about that for a moment. Like Democrats and obviously conservatives are in on this too. I'm not playing the shit on lib thing, but like Democrats are overtly open. They want open borders, even though they say they don't, they do. They want to bring in millions and millions and millions of people from other countries. And then we find out that these millions of people are getting all kinds of random grants for random reasons, resulting in billions of dollars all over in every state in the U.S., especially blue states. It seems like our deficit could almost entirely be fraud brought on by like illegal immigrants getting grants. And why would you want that? Why would all these politicians want that? Because they're getting a cut of it. So that's what's going on. You can't tell me twice. You can't tell me twice.
Oh no, Danny Vox.
Yeah. Danny Vox says that Trump should have went through Congress for approval. We live in a democracy, not a dictatorship, but Maduro behind bars is a good thing. So no president has went through Congress for any kind of conflict since 1942. Every single president in office since 1942 has done something similar without congressional approval. It's not unconstitutional, nor is it recommended. And
there's several precedents for the almost exact same scenario.
The exact same scenario happened in 1989. Obama did something similar 6 times through his term, and Biden did something similar 4 times through his term, but we only now have a problem with it. Why? Orange man bad. It's very easily explainable. No one seems to care about the congressional approval unless it was Trump, which is kind of the whole point here. So unless we're going to say, Well, I've actually never been okay with this. He. I've just never talked about it before.
It wasn't even Trump that put out the warrants for his arrest.
All right. So thank you, Danny Box.
Maduro. It wasn't even Trump who put out the warrants for his arrest.
Biden put a $25 million bounty on his head.
Yeah. So like it's not a act of war. He did not kidnap a random country's president. It's not illegal.
Yep. Big shout out. I think we got a Ko-Fi. Let me look at it. Make sure here. I think we might have a Ko-Fi. We do. He says, your $5 friend just checking in. And it's K to the Swiss. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mr. K to the Swiss. Let's throw it on the meter. Throw it on the meter right now. It's going to put us at 203. Yeah, 203. Thank you. God dang, we're kind of rocking and rolling in super chats. I appreciate you guys. I see PS2 Chopper in here too. I'll get you PS2 Chopper. I love you. Inbox says I had a problem with Biden do it. Well,
I bet you're telling me you voiced that you had an issue with when Biden did it, or are you just now retroactively saying that you had an issue when Biden did it?
Well, yeah, it's very easy to be like, well, actually, I didn't really. I mean, so you're saying you just have a problem every time this has happened, like the hundreds of times it's happened since 1942, like you've had a problem with it the whole time, which is fair to say.
That is fair. It's not fair unless you haven't actually been looking or paying attention and caring about it until now.
Right. It's the thing. It's like, well, I don't care. I've never liked when this has happened. It's like, well, then what is the point of the original statement then? Right. It shouldn't be Trump should have got congressional approval. It should say presidents for the last 100 years should have gotten congressional approval. And I don't like that presidents have this kind of power. Maybe that. Right. I don't know. Anyways. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dana Box. Appreciate you. Let's jump into the first one tonight. First one, we have a Venezuelan lady talking about this. And then we're going to go over Mr. Tim Walz's statement. And then we're just going to jump into some crazy shit. I have a lot of shit saved, so we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. And as my nose desperately runs and I'm freaking the fuck out. It's brutal. It's brutal, I tell you. But we're halfway to Naked Snake, so at least there's that. All right. You don't like that presidents have that kind of power. I'm the opposite. I think presidents should have way more power.
Well, I don't like them to have I don't like them to have power that's dangerous, right? But in this instance, it's like many people in the chat have said, if they had to go through Congress, first of all, it was a specifically timed event. Right. It happened at the exact moment it needed to. Right. Yeah. They couldn't have anticipated the exact moment it needed to happen. They were waiting on different signs to come together and certain lines to be crossed. And so when those were crossed, that's when they made their move. Now, so keep that in mind. Second of all, it needed to be kept very secret. Right. So if you have how many people are in Congress?
A lot, like 200 and some 255. I don't know.
Can you ensure that all of those people have the interest of our country
None of
in
them
mind?
Do. None of them do. Not a single politician has the country in mind.
I wouldn't trust 130 people to keep their traps shut about something like that, especially if they didn't agree, but yet Congress approved it, but one person didn't agree.
Right.
All they had to do was slip that information.
Here's my thing, right? I think I don't think presidents should have power over states to where they can instruct certain state laws within reason. Yes. But I do think, for example, I think if Trump wanted to abolish the IRS, he could do it tomorrow with a pen. I think that should be a thing. Things that are obviously oppressive and can be explained as oppressive to any kind of layman or someone who's reasonable. Obviously, someone on the Supreme Court or, somebody in Congress that's worth $100 million, it's irrelevant to them. But reasonable people that can explain away things like the IRS or explain away things like property tax, those things should be on the table, in my opinion, so that when a president was able to bring them back with a strike of a pen, then you would see civil war. And I think that's something that would be healthy. So anyways, let's continue. Let's move on to the first video of the night. Make sure you guys like the show. We're 10 likes away from 100. You got to like the show or else it ain't going to send out notifications for other people. So hit that like button as hard as possible. And let's pull on. This is a Venezuelan lady talking about Venezuela because all the white ladies know better than all the Venezuelans that live in Venezuela. All right. Now, by the way, PS2 Chopper with 10 gifted memberships. I love you, buddy. Sorry I didn't mention it yet. I'm a bad friend. Get on it, doggone it. Make sure you hit that damn like button. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. I love you, buddy. All right, let's go. So first video of the night is a Venezuelan lady talking about Venezuela. Yeah, here we go.
Didn't Venezuelans just fight back if they hated the government? Because the government took their guns back in 2012. Let that be a lesson to you. Venezuelans have literally been fighting back with sticks and stones while the government and the military just mows them down with their guns and runs them over with tanks.
I could never move to Venezuela because every female would be prettier than me. God, do you see her? She is like
beautiful.
literally the most beautiful human being I've ever seen in my life.
She's a very pretty person. The issue with this is the fact that people on the left also want guns taken away. So do you notice a pattern here? Regardless of if you're left or right, people on the left want guns gone. They want the Second Amendment gone, or they say they want it changed. Of course, what they mean is they want it gone. They want you to only be able to hunt with 22 round chambered actioned like 22 like rifles. And they don't want anything else. They want everybody to be disarmed. And of course, they want that eventually as well. Disarm everybody across the U.S. And then, of course, when the government gets tyrannical, what do?
You know what
Nothing.
This argument directly reminds me of? There's a perfect parallel so there's been a thing going around where they say that women have rights and women have freedom because men allow it, because men are biologically the stronger sex, right?
Yep.
That is exactly what happens when the government takes your guns away.
Yep.
They can allow you at that point to have freedom and rights, but they can easily take it away because they are stronger, because you have no way of fighting back. So any kind of, threat to the Second Amendment is literally just putting the people in that power dynamic where the government you're at the mercy of them.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's just how it is, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Identivox says I'm a pro 2A leftist. Personally, we are ready. So you don't think are you a do not infringe like pro 2A person? Because if you are, that's base as fuck. Because there's not many of those. Like, you got to think, Identivox, it's respectable that you have a different opinion, right? Now, here's the issue: is other leftists would denounce you and call you an evil Nazi for that. But I've talked to leftists that are really reasonable, and they will not concede. They still think there should be regulations around to it. We need more background checks. I'm like, well, they already do. All the background checks they do at any gun shop or gun show are the same that they do nationwide. Because just because California has a 10 or a 20 or a 30-day hold, they do the same background check. It's no different. It's the same form.
Here's the problem with that, though. And it's not that I don't agree that we shouldn't have, some fail safes in place for your Second Amendment or whatever. Here's the problem, though. The problem is anytime you say that to have your rights, someone else has to agree that you're competent enough. Who decides that?
Yep.
Right. So it's kind of like when people say, I think you need to take an IQ test in order to vote. It sounds like a great idea, right? But it's actually not a great idea, because who makes those tests? Who grades those tests?
Yep.
Right. So like when you do the same thing with guns, yes, it's great to have a background check in order to, tell if someone has a felony or whatever else. But what happens when they just decide to start denying people's background checks for no good reason? Well, because they've decided that, there was some signs that, they could be violent in the future. Who decides that, right?
Well, MGTOW says it's easier to get guns in California than most people think. However, it's still harder than it should be. Well, in Alabama, it takes 10 minutes. You'll go in, you'll pick out your gun. You'll fill out the form, the 4473 form, and then they will you'll wait around for 10 minutes, then they hand you your gun. That's the end of the day. That's how quick it is in Alabama. Now, here's the issue: is I used to be for a more scrutinous test to kind of get people firearms. I used to be for that. And then I was talking to Nick Urqueda about it, and he made a really good point, which changed my opinion immediately. He said, what happens if we bring in more regulation on that, more background checks? What happens when those background checks extend to your social media? Right. What happens when those background checks determine that since there's a Democrat in office and you've posted that you don't like certain politicians or posted something racy, that you no longer can buy a firearm because they checked that?
Right.
That's when stuff gets spicy. It's if you can't get a firearm because your political opinions or your social credit, things start to get way, way more haywire. And that put me in a completely different thought process. And I was like, never mind, do not infringe.
Here's the thing about it. It's a very slippery slope type thing, right?
Yeah.
So how many women in the US are diagnosed with depression or anxiety? what happens when that diagnosis means that you can't own a gun?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. It's a slippery slope. And so in all of these ways, there are certain rights you have to protect just to ensure that there's no power dynamic issues between you and the government, that you can protect your own, where you can't infringe.
Yeah.
And regulation is one of those. Now here would be my proposition. My proposition is that I think you should be able to easily obtain a gun. However, follow up, you have to go and take courses. Now, you won't get graded on it or anything, but let's say you buy your first gun, you have to go take like a 2-week course or something, and you have to just complete it. And as long as you complete it, you're good or something.
I would say local gun clubs or local ranges. Now, keep in mind, a lot of rural places won't have this. That's the issue. But I think what would be a good move, even though it's not applicable right now or might never be, is like you go down to that one gun range, like in Huntsville, and you just fill out a form and they give you like a 5 to 10 to 20 minute course on like, you know, certain things. You just like etiquette, like you always point it down range. You always keep your hand on, or your finger on the trigger guard. You do all these things. You check the chamber, stuff like that. And they give you a certificate, and then you go, you know, you can purchase a firearm, but still, that's still infringing on 2A a little bit. And I don't think it would be applicable in a lot of rural places at all.
Right. Yeah.
So it's an interesting thought process. Anyways, let's react to this. So Tim Walz, as you guys know, 2 days ago did a town hall type thing. And I think this is the catalyst for him stepping down. Is this right here. He did a town hall thing or a speech or whatever, and everybody in the crowd was yelling at him and booing at him. And I just want to point this out here. Like, look at Tim Walz. He's a sweaty, fucking bald, unkempt, gross, fucking flailing dude. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. He just looks like a weak little spineless guy, which probably leaves credence to the fact that he couldn't say no to money and influence. He just couldn't say no to it. He wanted it. Look at him.
His spirit animal is a soggy toad.
His spirit animal is a fucking dead sloth. Not even a live one. It's a roadkill sloth. But listen to this.
Well, welcome to the Capitol. It's great that you're sir, you're welcome to come. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Finish first.
You're welcome to come, but that's how he talks to his women.
Yeah.
You're welcome to come, but let me finish first, please, ma'am.
And vote.
Hey, sir, he doesn't have fucking votes, sir. Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, hey, there's some passion in the building.
Oh, I see you guys are real passionate about getting destroyed on your taxes. Keep in mind that these billions of dollars in fraud came directly from taxpayers in Minnesota. State tax, by the way.
Oh my God.
Imagine living in Minnesota, and as somebody like Nick that had a lot of income, and you have to give $50,000 directly to the state of Minnesota, and 49.5 of it went to like these Somalian frauds, which probably Tim Walz probably has a nephew or a niece with a different name that works on the Treasury for some kind of organization that gives these grants out, and probably takes a good 10 to 25 to 30% of it every single time. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I would imagine, because all politicians do that because it's so hard to trace back to them. That's why they all do it. You think they don't all do that? Do you think a politician going into office worth $800,000 in assets 4 years later comes out of office, or 8 years or 12 years later, and they're worth $100 million? Yeah, okay, that's just smart investing. Sure, that's some bullshit right there.
Which is a good thing.
Reaction to some of the boos that you got out there and some of the heckling.
Yeah, and some of the thank you. And this guy wanted to go help me brawl the guy. Look, that's what they're going.
This guy wanted to help me go beat that guy up. That's I'm committing fraud against. What a piece of shit. Like, I love how he is always like, I'll fight people. I'll fist fight you. Bitch, you ain't gonna fight your way out of a damn wet paper bag. Freaking melty ass snowman guy over here. I'm gonna fucking fight people. You ain't gonna do shit. I'll work on cars and stuff. Yeah, I doubt it, motherfucker. Don't even know what a distributor is.
These folks come here, they're gonna have to face reality. Some of these guys voted for what's happening at the VA and they don't like it. Some of them come up here and are saying they're supporting folks who are voting against this. The House budget is grossly underfunded in veterans, and it has to change.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. So that was like 2 days ago, by the way. 2 days later, he announced that he was stepping down.
Did he say something about being grossly underfunded?
Well, I don't know if he was referring to this, but Trump stopped all federal payments, like aid payments to Minnesota completely. From what I remember reading. Now, it could have been, it could have not happened yet, but apparently that no one wants to attribute to the fraud anymore. No one wants to attribute to the fraud, and for good reason. But here is him today, as after he stepped down and took no questions.
I'm proud of the way we treat our neighbors. I'm proud of the way that we welcome people to this state. I'm proud of the way that we innovate, and I'm proud of the way that we are optimists for the future. No one's taking this away from us. Not the fraudsters, certainly not this president, not on my watch. Tomorrow, I'll be back with you. I'll give you an update on America's best paid family medical leave program that is now a week into it. And at that time, I'll take all your questions.
Did you see? So after he got exposed for fraud, he immediately announced another grant benefit for all these people. And the day it was announced, like 40,000 companies or organizations, the same organizations that are committing fraud, all signed up for it. And it gives them like free state paid leave for up to like 4 to 6 weeks or something. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but you know what I'm saying. I'm like, in the midst of all of this, you're going to tell your taxpayers that we're going to actually we're going to add more grants and take more of your money. Like, what a spineless piece of shit. Like this guy should not. He shouldn't be stepping down. He should be in prison. And they're like, well, there's no evidence he did anything. The evidence is in the taxpayers getting robbed. The fact that you are allowing all this fraud to happen means you should be in prison. Think about it this way. If you work at Walmart and you're a store manager, let's say you're a store manager at Walmart, and then you think you're a good store manager. Let's say you're doing everything you think you should be doing by the book. And then you have an audit because they call it an inventory. So you have a store inventory, and then they realize your store has $80 million in shrink, which means $80 million worth of stuff that was stolen. Okay. Now, what are they going to do in that situation? Are they going to be like, okay, let's fire the people that stole from you? Guess what? They're not on your payroll. Or what are they going to do? They're going to fire the store manager. You might catch charges. But if you're the governor and you do it for $100 billion, suddenly, oh, well, I can't be held accountable, actually. No, fuck that. If you oversee a state that has this much fraud, you should be liable for charges, even when there's no evidence that you were connected to it. Fuck that guy. But Mademo says that is kind of how Poland is. Virtually everyone knows how to use a firearm, and it's afternoon with a family at the gun range. You know what? We talked about this.
Like-minded people.
We talked about this the other day. I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to forced conscription, right? I wouldn't be opposed to like men having to serve in the military for 2 years after they reach the age of 18 or 19. Like a lot of countries do that.
So that every able-bodied man knows how to utilize a gun.
Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be fair. Now,
or at least maybe like ROTC in high school or something.
Just something. Yeah. And for men and women, something across the board. And then you wouldn't have to worry about that firearm training thing.
Right.
Or they could do it in school. Like you have an ROTC in school, like you said, and they have a firearms training class and everybody goes through it. And then you get your certificate. And then when you hit 18, you can buy a rifle. When you hit 21, you can buy a pistol, stuff like that. Thank you, Mademo.
Given all the electives that are available in high school throughout the curriculum, I think at least one of those could go towards something like that.
Yep. There's so many electives that are so stupid too. They're so dumb. Like that. We had ag, and I was excited. I think it was called ag, or no, it was workshop and ag. And I was so excited to learn how to weld, and then we didn't do anything. We just watched movies the whole semester. We literally just watched movies.
I never realized how excellent my underfunded BFE high school really was, because I did learn to weld. I also learned to sew and to cook, and what else did I do? Oh yeah, we had a finances class. So everybody always talks about how they don't teach you how to do your taxes and shit like that. But we actually had a whole class for that. So I guess my school was pretty good.
Yeah, it's wild. We didn't have any of that shit. We didn't have nothing. Now, to be fair to my school, we also didn't talk about like weird shit. We didn't talk about religion. We didn't talk about we did. We didn't talk about identity, or we didn't talk about
didn't talk about identity.
We didn't talk about any of that stuff. It was kind of like everything was off limits when it was like that. So my school was good in that aspect. At any rate, let's finish. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. Spam that like button. It's very, very important. I agree.
Oh, yeah. And I learned how to use all the woodworking tools. That was fun.
I didn't learn anything. Everything I learned was from my dad. My dad taught me everything about anything I can do in life right now. It's from my dad.
I remember like learning about routers and how amazing they are.
Yeah.
Routers are a cool ass woodworking tool.
Cooper says it sucks and it's a good thing 5 GameStops in my area are closing, but it sucks. The nearest one that's open will be 25 minutes from my house. Just don't go to GameStop anymore. There you go. Mission successful. There you go. Let's continue.
Thank you all. Thank you, press. I'll be back tomorrow. More tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No questions answered. Why are the press even here? Like they have an entire team of press that are wanting to ask questions, and this is the same. You notice this?
This is given Kamala.
I was about to say that shit. Do you notice that there's like every conservative will go on a podcast and shoot this shit for 3 hours with fucking random people. They'll go on all the popular podcasts, hang out, talk about the UFC, and talk about their policies and stuff. But no Democrat will do that. They refuse. They will not go on anything. What's that guy's name? The black dude, Stephen A. Smith. He says he invited Kamala. He's invited Gavin Newsom. He's invited every Democrat politician to come on his show, and they all refuse. And he says conservatives will come on every time I invite them. Democrats are less likely to go on Bill Maher nowadays, and Bill Maher's a fucking liberal. They won't go on anything. They do not answer questions. Why? Because all you have to ask
all
is
their policies are terrible.
They don't have policies. Their policy is whatever the opposite of Trump says, and that's not going to win you an election. I wager that they won't even win the midterms. Everybody thought they were going to win. I bet they don't. I bet they don't even fucking get close because of all the shit lately. But damn, no, in Poland, as soon as you're old enough to use and operate a firearm, it's a family recreation and shooting range. Fuck conscription. Yeah, no, I did because I grew up in the trailer park and we would go behind the trailer and shoot into the abatement. Like my first gun I ever fired was a Mosin Nagant, a fucking German sniper. It's a monster. And it was the short barrel version. It was not the long barrel version. It was really nice. It was really pretty. But it blew my shoulder out. And then, of course, nowadays, I'd be like, nowadays I'm older now. I really wish I still had that gun because it was a cool ass gun. So he said Russian. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Sevenchenko. His name's, I didn't look at him. I insulted him personally. Look, his name is Sevenchenko. It's fucking Russian, you motherfucker. I'm sorry, man. How dare you disperse our Russian rifles? All right. Anyway, so Tim Walz is a bitch. Big old bitch. He's a big fat bitch. I've never seen a bitch as bitchly as him in my life. But at any rate, something interesting was the fall for grace for Tim Walz. Summer of 2024, he was named Kamala's running mate. His ticket is leading in many polls. He's celebrated by the left as Coach Walz, which is cringe. Then he's exposed as a very strange dude, does a weird leg kick, flailing arms, jazz hands, labeled Tampon Tim over his policy of putting tampons in boys' bathrooms. Really strange stuff. He had stolen valor scandals where he claimed that he had done so many things, but actually he didn't do anything. J.D. Vance obviously nuked him in the debate. Not hard to do that. Harris and Walz lose the election in a historic fashion. There was a massive Somali fraud scandal that erupted in Minnesota, and now he's forced out of his race for re-election. Brutal. That's like having $100 million and the next year it's all gone. Oops, I lost all money. Rest in peace. Poor guy. Poor guy's a dumbass. Sad. Very sad. It's very, very sad. Government career ended by the Somalis. Got your ass. He got your ass. Ooh. Real question is, how the heck did all those protesters for Venezuela get hundreds and hundreds of those signs made between 3 to 7 a.m. to me? Well, we talked about that on the last show, Cooper. So all those signs that you saw in California, New York, in Huntsville, we had a protest here in Huntsville. They all had the same signs.
No Kings.
They were all made prior because they
or keep your hands off Venezuela.
Hands off Venezuela, yeah. So
it wasn't a new topic. They knew that there was going to be some stuff going down with Venezuela. No one knew what it was, though.
I think what happened is everybody, like you said, everybody knew a conflict with Venezuela was coming, and they just assumed it would be a full-on invasion and a war. And then, of course, the catalyst is triggered. Trump goes in 90 minutes, gets Maduro, pulls him and his wife out, conflict over, 60 Venezuelan military members, I think, perished, 0 Americans, and it was over. But they already had sent out the people on the buses with the signs, and then they start protesting, saying no war in Venezuela when there's no war in Venezuela. It's the weirdest thing.
They were already paid and shipped.
They already bought it. It's like when you buy something off like eBay and then it gets to your house, but you already
regretted buying it.
You regret it because you found it at Walmart for like 5 cents. You're like, fuck, and you bought it at Walmart, and then you have an extra sitting here, like the sills, those sills for the pool. I was like, well, I guess I just have extra sills for the pool pump. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. Our ships are there for months studying. And also, you know, a lot of people are like, somebody went in front of Congress and was like, don't, you can't trick us. This is about oil. And I'm like, Trump literally said it was about oil. And that was the first thing he said. It was about obtaining their oil reserve.
And here's the thing though, too, like, so the cost and effort to refine that oil is very great. Right. And so Trump has said on multiple occasions that, I mean, yes, we're going to benefit, but they're also going to benefit. Like they are going to have, you know, working oil rigs and, you know, everything else.
Yep. It's beneficial. There's no downside. I mean, I've talked to Sean about this. We kind of come to a consensus that there really is no downside. The only downside is what Helena brought up last stream is how is Iran and how is China going to react, and Russia, you know?
Yeah. But what was the alternative too, though? Right.
Letting them have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like let them have it. And apparently Venezuela was already selling and giving the materials, I believe, to make nuclear weapons to the Middle East, to Iran. And so they were already like benefiting way too greatly from the resources in Venezuela. So needed to nip that in the bud.
Yep. I think it's a good thing. I think everything is a good thing. And when you see Venezuelan people really happy about it, that's a good thing as well. So I think it's a net positive. And I'm hoping the oil reserves and the insane amounts of money that's going to be coming in can help us in some kind of small way as well. At any rate, let's cleanse our palate a little bit. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. Very important. Spam that like button like you've never spammed it before. Slap it like it's your stepchild that you don't respect because he never fucking minds, and your wife gets mad at you because you try to discipline him and she won't let you because it's not your real son. Slap that like button.
Slap that like button like you want to slap Cody when he's ranting.
Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. All right, next one. Let's cleanse our palate just a little bit with this because this is something I love talking about.
At least as a man, there's like a 98% chance that she's probably going to ghost you or move on to a different man, okay? This tends to perplex a lot of people, and they often ask the question of why, and some people are just so jaded they stop asking why. They just decide that women are just like this and they live with it. But women often see men as ideas, not really who they are as an individual. So essentially, if you open up to a woman, you're becoming a real person. You can no longer fit in the confines of the idea, the box that she has placed you in. It's very similar to like if someone kidnaps you, right? They teach you to make yourself personal, like start telling them facts about you, etc., because it's supposed to be less likely that they end up murdering you or harming you because they can actually see you as a real person. Humanizing yourself, right? Yeah, don't humanize yourself with the woman, especially in the early stages of being in a relationship with her, whether that's dating or whatever, because she still needs time to feel a certain way about you before she starts accepting that you are no longer an idea. You are actually an individual.
She's saying don't open up to a man because a woman will leave you if you open up to a man. That's what she's saying.
I hate that she's right. So I disagree with women being this way. But I think what she said was incredibly insightful because a lot of women do have fantasized expectations of the person that they're going to be with.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when they meet somebody, women are kind of emotion first, right? So they based on a vibe that they get from somebody, they build up ideas about who they are. I think that is absolutely accurate. And I think that's something that most women need to be cognizant and aware of that they might be doing and stop.
Right. So I think everybody knows that women will always tell you, or at least it's popularized that women want you to open up and be emotional and be vulnerable with them. Do not do that. It is only women telling you to do that, by the way. Do not do that. Now,
wait along. Like her advice to wait. Yes, absolutely. Wait until This is okay. So here's the thing. Women have unrealistic expectations. We know this, right? So most men, if you open up really, really quickly, like she's saying, you do have to be a little manipulative here. Because of, unfortunately, a lot of women are introspective like this woman is. You do have to be careful, and you have to play into what their idea might be until they're attached to you, and then you can open up about who you are. and then a ways after that, you can be openly emotional with them if you are still acting in a manly manner. I'm not saying just start crying over random stuff, right? No, don't do that.
You always need to sound, or you always need to be stoic no matter what. Even when if you're in a weird way, maybe voice that you're feeling a weird way, but do not show it on your face. Always be stoic, because if you're not stoic, a woman will tell you, I don't care, be emotional, blah blah blah. I'm the one that isn't like that. But biologically, if they see you weeping in a pool of your own little tears with your little ugly cry going on, if a woman sees that you're with, they may be like, oh, this is horrible, I want to support this person. But biologically, they're thinking, this man will never protect me in a dangerous situation, in a highly stressful situation where we lose everything. He won't stand up and take the oars and paddle us away from it. He's going to fall in a puddle of his piss and start crying, and I'm going to have to be the person that saves us. And it's something that they can't stop in their brain biologically. It's subconscious. They're going to be like, fuck this guy. Like, and they're going to slowly not respect him, and they're going to start resenting him. So no, never do that. Never. Now, you open up a little bit, tell a little bit of your story, be a little bit more emotional than you would be like with anybody else, just a little bit, maybe. Okay. But you got to pick and choose your battles, and never, ever just fucking break down. You're fucked if you do that. And I wouldn't blame the woman for doing so, because if I ever get in the way, I go lock myself in a room, or I'll go sit in the shower where you can't see my tears.
And it's very hypocritical, right? Because women will be like in tears, ugly crying, while pulling up their big girl panties and taking care of business. So it's not like we're not well aware that you can break down and cry and still get your shit done, right? But like, it's just like it doesn't make sense. It's something innate. For sure. It's unfair.
And we know that, though, because we understand that women deal with stress that way. Men understand that. Men, like women and children, are very similar in that aspect. If we see a kid fall and scrape his knee and start crying, you want to hug him and be like, it's all right, buddy. You just got boo-boo. And when a girl falls and starts crying, you're like, it's okay, baby. I got you. Right? If a man falls, you can't cry. Especially if you fall down the stairs. I fell down the stairs one time when I was getting chased by Loki, back when he could walk. I fell down the stairs the entire way, and I have a big staircase, and I flew. I broke the law of physics. I flew, and I hit the ground so
there
hard.
Was a splat.
I hit the ground so hard, and I remember hitting the ground, and I was like, oh my God. And I moved all my fingers and toes, and I was like, okay, I'm not dead. And I started laughing, and I couldn't breathe, but I was laughing and sucking in air. And Jesse from the other room was like, you all right? And I'm like, I fell down the stairs. I'm fine. That's what you do. But if I was a big old grown man and I fell down the stairs and started weeping, who eats? She would kick my ass. Like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you crying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. If she fell down the stairs and started crying, I'd be like, oh, little bitchly ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. Erikaya says, I know 0 men that express their emotions to women who are happy, including my dad. Yeah, exactly. Don't wear emotions on your face when you're a guy. It's not allowed. It's illegal. It's illegal, Erikaya. Thank you, buddy, for the
I feel like if the caveat is don't do it because you don't know. But the caveat is it depends on how wise and introspective the female is, because I've been with so there was a guy that I dated that cried on maybe the third date. And he was incredible. It was a very emotional person, and I dated him for a year and a half. But here's the thing, I was able to see that, but then also see all of his other characteristics and realize that he was a get shit done type of person, and that I didn't have to worry. And he had all these other traits that just kind of made up for it. Whereas, I think ordinarily women would get the ick and it would never recover.
Keep in mind what she said. It was a man that she dated once. and is no longer with.
I did not break up with him.
Okay. PS2 Chopper says women cannot love what they do not respect. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. That's for damn sure. Let's move on. We're halfway to Naked Snake now, quarter of the way to the bikini goal on the illustrious Monday. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button so damn hard. It's so important. Let's get to 200.
Art the Clown said he cried on the date because I ordered lobster and champagne. No, so actually he never paid for a date. We always split it.
Oh, he sounds like the kind of guy that would cry. Here's a lady learning.
I fumbled two good men. I know that in my lifetime, in my journey. Both of them challenged me as a woman. They put a mirror in my face and said, "You need to fix that. Why would you do that? Why do you act like that? Why do you talk like that?" And I was like, "Oh no, oh no, I'm me. You can't." But the fact of the matter was, they was like, "Okay, you won't get it right. Deuces, I'm out." And there I was to sit in that. The first time it didn't click, but the second time it did. But there I was, now as 40-year-old woman trying to figure that out.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man, is people always think they know everything. Look, if your partner comes to you with an issue reasonably and sits you down and is like, "Here, let's talk about this thing," you're straight faced, and you can't be receptive of it, you know what I'm saying? And you're immediately like, "I'm breaking up with you," or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a good thing about this is like trust, for example. Like there's crazy women. Now there's also crazy men. I've had dude friends who are fucking psychos when it comes to jealousy. Okay. But obviously I'm speaking from the guy perspective. I've had girlfriends in the past, man, who would like punch me and slap me because they thought I looked at another female. I remember one time I was at Six Flags and I looked at the bathroom, and then like the girlfriend I was dating at the time, she slapped me because she thought I was looking at some Asian lady. It was the weirdest thing. And I sat her down over and over, and I was only like 18. And I was like, "Look, you got to stop this because I am not going to do this forever." And she just couldn't. She would even say like, "I'm going to fix it. I'm sorry. I know how I am. I'm going to fix it." And she just wouldn't. 3 days later, she'd be calling my phone, freaking out over nothing, literally nothing. I'd be sitting there playing World of Warcraft. She'd call me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Playing World of Warcraft." She's like, "Are you lying?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm playing World of Warcraft. I'm a pudgy white dude that's 18. No one wants to fuck me." Anyways, so I broke up with her 6 months in. I was like, "Fuck this." I was done with it. Right. And that's the thing is now she probably realizes that because she's how old is she now? She's like 33 now, 34. She probably knows now. She's been married for like a decade. She probably knows now that she can't be like that. Right. But at the time, she like fumbled everything, probably several relationships up to that point, getting with the same guys telling her the same thing, and she couldn't fucking fix it. If it's a small little character trait that you think you can fix, it's something you got to do, man. You got to be able to, you got to be receptive. And if it's reasonable, and unfortunately, the truth is a lot of people will just assume they'll just say it's not reasonable no matter what it is, and they'll put it to bed. Then you're fucked.
I feel like part of this, like, so you see this time and time again where women will get online and they'll talk about how, they're figuring all this stuff out. Right. Like you see older women coming online and being reasonable and saying, like, "I fumbled a good man," or like, "I learned these lessons." But the thing is, like, women are on a ticking time clock. Like you got to get your shit together earlier. Yeah. Right. So like the only real hope in my mind is like, man, fathers, make sure that you have a hand in raising your child and hold them accountable, like people talk about it all the time, how like, well, female children face less accountability. I mean, like that purely depends on your parents, man. Cause I faced a lot of accountability growing up.
My sister did none. I got beat all the time. My sister did not. You're right. But Paul says, was she fat? No, she was a 90-pound tiny little scene girl. Like scene girl with like not rainbow hair, but like white and black hair, like Cruella DeVille. Real little skinny girl. She had ice blue eyes. They didn't even look real. They were almost like white. Really cool, but she sucked, which is sad. Now, actually, it's funny. I go back and look at pictures of me when I was 16 or 17, 18. And I still have pictures on like maybe on my old face or the very beginning of my Facebook, or maybe on an old hard drive or something that I feel like I've seen recently of me and her. And I remember like, I think back and I'm like, she was a really attractive girl. And I look back and I'm like, yeah, she wasn't really, actually. Very weird.
Memory does that.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah. I had an uncle.
That's weird. That was her name. Memory. That was her fucking name.
I had an uncle and I always thought he was kind of a controlling dick. because he would not let my female cousin listen to things like Michelle Branch, like, you know, that song, I would walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you, you know, all those like early 2000s over romanticized girl pop. And now thinking back as an adult, I'm like, actually, that was pretty smart. Like, that's one of the things that kind of ruins females, is all that over romanticized, crazy, like media.
I got one in my mind right now.
Like, we all thought that, you know, what was that movie, Sleepover, where like what is that guy's name? Chad, you know, the actor, his name's like Chad something. He's like a buzz cut usually. Anyways, it's all mushy bullshit that like ruins women.
I got a song for you, but first, let's give Shani a shout out for $100 super chat. Oh my gosh. She says, let's reignite the super chats. Remember to like the stream, y'all. Remember to like the stream. Big shout out to Shani for being like a fucking mod and a half right now. I appreciate you, Shani. For all the ducks, I'm going to do one for each duck. She put, thank you, Shani. $100 super chat. That gets us 150, 160 from Naked Snake. We could hit Bikini. We're only an hour in. We're barely 50 minutes in, actually. Thank you, Shani. Let's reignite the super chats and support your boy. We have a lot of people watching for some reason that's starting to join. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like this stream as soon as you get in here. Let's get more recommendations out there, and let's have a good time because everything's going great. My shorts are fucking going nuclear every time I put one out on Facebook, on Instagram. Oh, funny story.
Your shorts are going nuclear because you won't stop farting in them.
Anyways, so do you guys remember a clip from the other day where we were watching a lady, she was like a black lady, and she was breaking up with her like boyfriend, and it was like a black guy, and he drank his water that had no water in it. And he's like, if that's how you feel, I gotta respect it. And then she was like, if that's all you have to say, freaked out. The guy in that clip, the actual dude in that clip reposted. I don't know how he saw it, but he reposted it. And I'm like, oh, it's funny. I was like, damn, he saw that shit. The guy saw it and reposted it. I was like, damn, the actual man in the clip.
Did you cut in where I said play stupid games, win stupid prizes?
It's at the very end, yeah. It's funny. Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. Shani getting the super chats going. Says, Dispel Breaker says, last time I cried in front of anyone was over 20 years ago at my best friend's funeral. Died from asthma. Damn. Anyway, Happy New Year. That's awful.
Y'all ever watch the movie My Girl?
I don't even know what that is.
I cry every time. Her best friend dies from bees.
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 That's why you're traumatized.
Inside joke.
That's why you're traumatized and can't answer anything but bees on fucking Quiplash. Oh, is bees funny yet? I remember the time you put, is bees funny yet?
Oh, yeah. Is bees funny again yet?
I think that one won, too. But at any rate, yeah. I dug my key into the side of your pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive.
After that song, so many women like defaced men's vehicles.
Yeah, dude, it was a bad one. It was a really bad one. Dispel Breaker says last time I cried was in front of was over my friend who died. Last time I like actually cried, I think.
We were watching a movie. If you count that.
No, that doesn't count. I stoically cry.
It was probably Moana.
I don't sob. I just stoically one tear, and out of my right eye too. I've trained myself, so you can't see it. It goes over here, which is really weird because I'm not lying. I don't know how I do it. But it's more of a. It's not more of a. It's something to do with the music. It like emotionally fucking moves me, and it's not like a sad or happy feeling. It's like a weird, overwhelming thing. It's not. It's weird. It's not like it's weird. Anyways, but last time I like actually cried was I cried silently to myself at I guess I can't say his name. My like brother's funeral in 2017 or 2018. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2017. And like I was like, it had not hit me, and then I was at the casket and everybody, they were like lowering it, and I just fucking to myself just like held my face.
Your uncle's funeral was rough.
That fucking sucked.
Watching your dad break down was
That's
very
hard.
difficult.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because my dad's like the strongest dude on the planet. So it's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle. I forgot my uncle. He passed away last year. So Rakin says, what ruins women's expectations is books like Morning Glory, Milking Farm. What the fuck?
I've read my fair share of smut books, man, but like I always find myself just like kind of cringing at a lot of the scenes.
Yeah.
Like It's worth a little bit of like a, I don't know, like it's like, I guess like porn too. Like there's plenty of porn you can watch where you're just like cringing, you know, you're like,
Yeah.
maybe this is like getting me off, but also weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost at 200. Give it some love. All right. This one's gonna be interesting. It's I don't know. I can smell this video though.
I'm gonna be really honest. There's a lot of really fat phobic people out there, even in the queer community. I was a go-go dancer at a pride party, and the amount of money that I made versus the amount of money that the thin people made was not the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't even feel comfortable like putting the money in my underwear.
Well, because they don't want to get
common sense.
They don't want to get sued. If I saw this lady or whatever dancing in a bikini, for one, I'd be like, I'm leaving. But also, two, I'm not going to put money in her underwear. She might fucking sue me. She looks like one of those people, and she has a beard for some reason.
But people are
it's just like, it's like common sense has gone out of the window. Like every normal person would watch this and be like, no fuck, right? Like obviously.
It's like,
and then it's just like, you know, there's going to be so many people in the comments of this video like, yeah, like you go girl, I'm so proud of you for like, you know, continuing to do your thing and blah blah blah. And it's like, come on, please.
yeah, you know how to determine who lies more, men or women. What do you guys think? Who lies more, men or women? I can answer this for you. Go into a woman's comment section that looks like this and look at the comments, and all the comments are gonna be like, wow, you're so beautiful, you're so stunning, you're so amazing. Now go to a big obese dude's comment section and look at the comments, and every single comment's like, this guy's a disgusting piece of shit, needs to go to the gym.
Women lie to protect other people, but it's not good. It's bad. It's like bad parenting, right?
No.
What they perceive as protecting other people, and men lie to protect themselves.
No, women do not lie to protect other women. Women lie to keep a woman out of their competition in the dating pool.
They don't think that deep about it.
Oh, it's subconscious.
Okay, maybe.
Why do you think in the 1600s and 1700s and 1800s there were literal things called gossip circles where women would try to ruin each other's lives so they got out of the competition from whatever they were trying to attempt to do in the gossip circle? That's what it's all about.
Well, it's not like they had TV.
That's true, but my point is, like, a woman, a decently attractive, in shape woman will try to keep her fat friend fat. You don't have to work out. It's like, but you work out, Jessica, every day. It's like, you don't have to be like me. You look good the way you are because you want to keep this lady where she is so she doesn't infringe on your superiority. That's the point.
Maybe that's why I've never had a bunch of female friends, because I'm always trying to like force them into betterment.
Yeah.
I've literally like, I feel like I always try to like fix my friends. It's very unfair. You shouldn't do that either. But
I try to help my friends with streaming. I made Sean like 25 thumbnails yesterday. Just the fucking beans, Fall Guys thumbnails, like 25 of them. 25? Not really. It was like 12, but still. Riley Guy says, not going to lie, the Amazon commercial with the old ladies sledding down the hill that plays on Holiday, it fucking gets me too. It played at the movie theater the other day where the old ladies went down the hill and then it flashes back on their kids. Whew, fucks me up. It doesn't make me tear though. Moana tears me, but nothing else. Thank you, Riley Guy. Big Mike says the irony that the body positivity movement was started by Iranian women protesting.
It's Big Mike.
Protesting head coverings, and the movement was taken over by fat white women. Well, fat white women take everything over, especially the fucking the bakeries. Thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate you, brother. Why does Facebook just turn off and then turn back on?
You know what though? There was a time that we went to a strip club, and this absolute like behemoth of a woman, like she was like 6 foot tall, she was 6 foot wide, and she had like this like tiny little like 80s floss like thing going on where like the V part that goes between her legs comes up and covers like her nipples. And it was like the wildest shit I've ever seen in my life. And you know what? She had some hardcore fans. She made some money. It was, weird.
It was that in Florida?
Yes. Yeah. Remember that it was a very prestigious person, in fact, that was like all over her.
There was a billionaire there, and I'll not tell you who it is. But there was a billionaire there that was all over this big chick. And the guy is in like really good shape and looks pretty good. And he's really, I can't go any further with it, but you know what I mean. Thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate you. Madamo says women lie to fake protect a person's feelings in the moment. Thank you, Madamo. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I just have to recycle Facebook and turn it off and on for it to keep going. It's very strange.
Now I do that. I'm not like I'll claim appropriately what I do and do not do. I do try to fix my friends, but I also have a very hard time being like openly, brutally honest with them as well.
I will because you got to sometimes. Now I don't for some people because I've done it in the past and it almost ruined our friendships, especially over women. I don't usually get involved if I know your woman's doing something shady, like messaging me behind the scenes. I'll just ignore the girl and I won't tell the guy because I know if I tell the guy, he won't talk to me anymore. So like that happens sometimes. But most everything else, I'll be like, bro, you need to hit the gym, brother. You hit the gym. Come on, come work out with me. Let's have a good time. All right. Anyways, we are 130 from Naked Snake. We might hit bikini tonight on the pace we're running. Thank you guys so much. Big shout out to Shanny for being 2 red boys tonight. Thank you, Shanny. I appreciate you. Let's finish this goofy video with this giant lady.
Are like really awkward with like, should I touch you? Should I? And I see them fully touching other people. So those are little reminders that people still have a lot of work to do around their fat phobia.
Their fat phobia. Imagine that. Imagine like them hijacking the fat phobia.
So it's not fat phobia when you're talking about like having somebody touch your body, right? That's like getting upset that a man at like a man that is with his girlfriend at like a gay strip club, you know what I mean? Like where it's guys like Chippendales, getting upset that they don't want to put $1 in a man's thong. It's a matter of preference. It's not that they're like literally scared of fat. It's they don't find you attractive.
Yeah. It's just not your fault. And also that lady, the way she presents herself is she looks like she'd sue me if I got close to her. Sorry, she just does.
Yeah.
A woman that's blonde and hot, and there's other guys like putting stuff in her like her bikini or her like draws, and she's coming and sitting on their lap and like hugging on them. I know that girl's not going to sue me. So I'm like, oh, what's up, girl? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that big, I don't know. That.
And to be fair, it's probably her own fat phobia that is causing her to act in a way that doesn't, her body language is probably not welcoming, right? Like she probably has insecurities, right?
Yeah.
That behemoth, that like big giant lady in Daytona, she was not like that. She felt like, you could tell she felt and thought she was like, hot shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, like she kind of rocked it, to be honest.
Yeah. Ryan Stevens says a bikini. Yes, if we have a goal at the end of the stream for bikini, where PDH gets in a fluorescent bikini and dances. It's a fun time. All right, let's continue. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Let's move on to the next one. This is very short, but I want your opinion on it because it's something you can probably speak on. Stella Battersea says, feel like I need to do another gym session before bed. Yeah, dude. Do that every time I see you, a big old motherfucker. I'm like, man, I just want to go to the gym right now. I want to go to the gym right now because fuck. Anyways, let's continue. Check this out. Some big girls carry their weight better. It's very rare, but they do if they're not too big. Like if they're like a 160, 170, they can. So here we go.
Honestly, the issues don't come from the men. The issues come from other females.
Okay.
Bullying cases in the workforce, 86% of them are female against female.
Shocking. What is your experience with this?
So my experience with this would be in my professional career, I haven't experienced any bullying from women. I think it's because of the type of career that I'm in and the type of people that are probably drawn to it. However, when I was working at Walmart and Target, Walmart especially, I definitely had issues with several women. And not because I created an issue, but because they created an issue. So when I worked at Walmart, I had 2 male friends. One of them I ended up dating, and they were best friends and we were all friends. And this one girl had started a rumor that I was dating both of them, and we commonly had threesomes, and that she would tell people that she knew and she saw it happen.
What?
Yeah. And so I told the 2 guys that rumor was going around, and this girl like literally came up to me yelling at me at work because she said that if I had a problem with her, I should have came to her and told her about it.
Shocking.
And I was like, right, I'm going to go talk to you about the lie that you know you're telling instead of just like letting the other people that are being lied about know. Yeah.
Sounds about right. Big shout out to Shani for another pink boy. Oh my gosh.
We might actually get to bikini tonight.
I don't know.
We might.
Well, it's Shani dropping the big ones. I don't know if Shani gonna be able to do all that. Shani says, throwing out another one, pour out one for grandma.
Oh, grandma.
Both of my grandmas passed away in 2017 within 2 months of each other. It was wild.
I bet her being 101, she was really fun to talk to.
She was 101?
Yeah.
Holy ball ass.
That's like 1925.
Yeah.
That I was saying in the chat, that means like Shani's grandmother lived through the aftermath of World War I, Prohibition,
The Great Depression.
the Great Depression, yeah, World War II.
Yeah, she was like 20 or like a teenager in World War II, during World War II.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wild.
Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your love. Your love. That puts us 90 from Naked Snake already. Let's move on to the next one. Next one's fun. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm bouncing around. I have like 6,000 bookmarks, and I'm just bouncing around for fun stuff to try to keep our palate cleansed just a little bit, and then we'll move back to women, and then move back to Tim Walz, and move back to Venezuela. We're all over the place having a good time. This is a fun one. This guy decided to be rude at the wrong convenience store. Here we go.
Give my change. Fuck that nigga, you change. Fuck you talking about?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You did all that shit, bro.
Uh-oh.
You did all that shit for nothing.
Oh!
Hey, boy.
Oh, you passed through his face. Oh, God, he ate it. He ate that one. Oh, he ate it. Oh, my God.
You should have known.
Jeez.
That guy's will double him.
Look at him. He's ready to go again. I'm pissed off. Where's he going? Damn, brother.
Just walking in the street.
Dude, he cleaned him out like 8 times. Dude, if you see a guy that's not fat, but has like really kind of like rounded biceps and rounded triceps and rounded forearms and has a fat ass on him, don't fuck with that guy.
Don't do it.
Because he's got some weight behind him, and it's all in the right places, and he's gonna beat your ass.
Mass is, there's a reason why there's weight classes, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how trained you are, weight classes matter.
Jesus. Guy got cleaned out, man. Absolutely cleaned out. Thank you again, Shani. I appreciate you for all the love. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost at 200. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I appreciate you. The viewership somehow has completely rebounded. I don't know why it does this every day. It's like starts off so slow and then gets to almost normal. It's weird. Thank you guys.
Wants to make us sweat.
It makes me want to be really sad at the beginning of the stream, and then it gets to normal. I'm like, okay, never mind. Make sure you guys like the stream. All right, let's pull up this next one. I want your opinion on whose fault this is. Whose fault is this wreck? Yep.
The white car for sure, because the person changing lanes could not have anticipated that they were going like 50 over the speed limit.
Yeah, that white car was going like 125.
You couldn't know. You would not know.
White car, dumbass. And it was because he was in a BMW.
In the Autobahn in Germany, after you're going over a certain speed, all the wrecks are your fault from then on out.
Yeah.
So like there's places where there's unlimited speed limit or like really high speed limit, but if you're going a certain speed, the wreck is automatically your fault, and this is exactly why.
Yeah, if the guy or woman is in a Nissan or she's in a BMW, it's her fault 99% of the time. 99% of the time. There's no reason to be going that fast unless you're on the Autobahn, and then also like people conduct themselves way better on the Autobahn anyway.
People are saying in the chat you can't pass on the right. You can. You absolutely can in a multi-lane situation, but it's bad etiquette.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be considered.
It's not illegal.
It wouldn't be considered in insurance. The only thing that's going to be considered is the guy going 120. He's fucked. So it doesn't matter what happens. It's like that lady that got into that wreck the other day on the stream we were watching. And she was like, I didn't do anything. And then they look at the camera and she was going 130.
Oh my God. I know. I felt so bad at first because I was like, I thought it might actually be like a discriminatory situation.
Yep.
But then it turned out
that's why she was
they were
charged.
absolutely going way too fast.
That's why she was charged with manslaughter, because she straight up killed people. Like, you're going that fast. Why? No idea. And she just hit somebody. I want you to check out this Down syndrome guy. Okay, there's a guy with Down syndrome that is coming to protect his brother.
You're spoiling stuff right here. Just leave our country. No, go in.
What,
you think
you're
no,
gonna win.
I'll fuck you up. Hey, look!
Oh!
Don't threaten me.
Go on.
Don't fucking threaten me.
I'll put a fucking stand again.
Follow, dude. Jesus, that dude was
Yes,
just
I knew
dripping.
it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, he cracked his noggin, bro. God diggity damn, that's rough. That's rough. What's up, Default Anonymous? He says, your face is bad, Ed. It sounds like something Patrick would
I want to
say.
say something, but I can't say it, so I'm going to say it in the private chat.
What are you going to say? You going to say some bullshit?
Well, yeah.
Make sure you like the stream, please. Thank you. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to name the reel and get banned.
Lesser Logic and me are on a similar wavelength.
Yeah, that's funny. It's literally, that's what he said. All right. Oh my God, he cracked his ass. Cracked him's ass. It's like, imagine that. Imagine being like, hey man, you remember that time that Down syndrome guy beat your shit in? Yeah.
Is that I work at Burger King song illegal now? I feel like that's illegal, right?
I feel like it probably is. Yeah, that was fucked up. That's early internet days. Early internet. Days. Man, I got a hair in my nose. I feel it.
It's probably a male hair.
It's like in there, dude. God, I hate it. All right. Make sure you guys like the stream. Appreciate you guys. Let's continue. Let's get the hell on it. Doggone it. We are what? 89 from Naked Snake. 589 from Bikini. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I gotta run. All right.
I have a highlighter yellow bikini that's like silky, and then I also have like a pink one that looks kind of like multi-chrome, like it's pink, but then it, like when you shift it looks blue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like pearlescent or fluorescent or something like that. I forget the like name.
Multi-chrome.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
I was waiting on my ex-husband to be a bad person. I was truly waiting on him to do something so fucked up to me, so bad that it would justify me ending the marriage. What up, guys? So this is V, and I'm just getting into this whole TikTok thing, social media thing, share my life a little bit, because I know that my journey, my transparency, my authenticity is going to help somebody in a situation that I've overcome. I also said I was going to come out with a book on how to leave a good man. You know, a lot of people that's never been in my situation won't be able to relate, and it's okay because this message ain't for you. But again, I was waiting on my husband to be a bad person. I stayed with the same person for 21 years, created a family. I was in the relationship 21 years, married 17, and I was married to a good man. I was married to a good guy.
And then she left him. Why?
So the only thing that could possibly make sense to me is that she lived her young life in a state of panic and emergency and survival mode. And so when she was in a relationship with a good man, she never felt comfortable. But like, how do you spend 21 years with somebody unless you're constantly causing problems in the relationship to get your fix? I don't know how she wouldn't have acclimated.
Yeah. Asylum says, I've tried to find something I like about the stream, but not yet.
Do you need to see my feet?
No.
No one likes my feet. I have ugly feet.
Yeah, your feet are fine. My feet are fucked though.
Oh my God, his big toe is like the size of, I got to think of an actual accurate comparison. Okay. So his big toe is like the size of this shot glass.
It's bigger than that.
It might be a little wider, actually. Yeah.
And my big toe's bigger than that.
It's a huge big toe. It's ridiculous. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life.
I got a big old one. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Michael Fedor? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, dude.
Michael Fedor's show, his feet thing, still a thing. Yes. I accidentally dated a guy with a foot fetish, and it was really disgusting.
Oh.
It was gross.
Oh.
Like unwashed feet.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Like a black soot on the bottom of your pad, your foot pad.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. What's up, Travis Adams? How you doing, buddy? Disgusting. All right, next one. This lady has the hustle down. Look at this.
I have the brokest baby daddies ever. I texted my 4 baby daddies. I got 6 kids, right? So I texted my 4 baby daddies and I was like, hey, can you send me some money so we can go out to dinner tonight? You know, thinking that they should send me it, right? I gave them kids. They owe me this. So I text them and I asked them, and the first 2 don't even respond. Of course they don't. They're fucking bums. Then the third one responds and tells me he pays $700 a month. Why can't I use his child support for that? That if I still don't have money, I need to get a job. I didn't have 4 different baby daddies to have a job. That's the point here.
She got that EBT accent. God, imagine why do men keep like this is kind of men's fault. Like, why do you keep having sex with these women?
I don't know.
You know what's going to happen.
I don't understand why anybody would want. Like, I get what she's saying. Like, she did it for monetary manipulation, but at the same time, like the drama and I don't understand.
And then the last one, like, this is the brokest shit. He couldn't even go to Pick and Save. This man goes to Walmart, shows up at my house for his kid with like 4 or 5 bags of groceries and said, if the kids are hungry, they can eat this. And then when I complained about it, he said that I should be grateful because at least he's feeding my other kids when he only has 1 with me. Shit's ridiculous. And then he tried to like pull the, well, my daughter's only 1 year old. Like, she doesn't even eat half of this. I literally got it for you guys. Like, these people are so fucking broke. Like, at this point, I'm about to go have another baby daddy because, like, do I need an older man or something? I don't get it. The first 2, like, let's not even talk about them. Like, one of them only pays $300 a month and the other one only pays $1,200, and we have 2 kids. So, be careful who you have kids with, seriously, because at this point,
That's exactly what we just said.
Yeah, but for the men.
Yeah.
For the men, be careful because you're making some mistakes here, man.
So I know a lot of people, like a lot of women complain about being the arbiter of, procreation. They complain about being in the position to have kids and kind of like get stuck with, the majority of the responsibility a lot of times in some messed up situations. But this is a perfect example of how not having that power backfires majorly. Because like women will lie to men all the time about being on birth control. Just strap it, I guess.
Yeah, she gets like $2,500 or $3,000 a month just from that. That's not counting the other stuff that she just gets. Like, she asks them for money and they give her money. Like, she's making like $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Yeah,
like just for free. Fuck that. That's gross. Kate is Swiss, and keep in mind she probably gets CBT and all that stuff too. So,
to be fair, I mean, like if she's really getting all of that, I'm a little jealous, but I wouldn't want to have 5 kids either. So
yeah, fuck that. Kate is Swiss has good old hammer toes Denison. I tell you what, they are huge, man. They're fucking crazy. They are crazy. Renee Galarza on Rumble with a $20 Rumble rant.
We don't have any loose nails in our floors, in our wood floors, because Cody walking around just takes care of them. There's no squeaks.
I got blood vessels, or I got nerve endings directly linked to my brain and my big toe. Renee Galarza with a $20 Rumble rant. Thank you, buddy. It says, I want to see them PDH feet. Sure, you'll see him if we hit bikini for sure. Thank you. I appreciate you, Renee. I love you. Thank you so much. We're now 64 to Naked Snake, 564 to Bikini on a Monday, which was looking bleak earlier, and we're now doing great. 20 likes from 200 already. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're rocking and rolling, boys. This I saw was really crazy, really crazy. Yeah, this like whole story. This story is gonna blow your asshole out the water. Listen to this hustle that this lady is gonna tell you about.
When I went to county jail when I was 18 years old, this is where I learned about the abortion hustle. And if you don't know about the abortion hustle, let me put you on. And no, I'm not advising anybody to follow this advice. I'm actually advising you against it, but I just found it super fascinating. So I'm just going to tell you all about it. Before people ask, I went to jail for stealing from Target. I bonded out. While I was out on bond, I caught 2 felonies, and they were like, since you're back here at jail, you're going to have to sit out your time, 30 days for those theft charges. So I sat in this county jail for 30 days with 6 other girls. And one of the girls that were my cellmates, she was in her late 30s, big meth head. And she told me how she made a living was by scamming men with abortions. So essentially she was sleeping with 2 men a week. And she would like have like a calendar and everything. She would hit up these men when it hit 6 weeks after they slept together. She would tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. And she would tell them it's $700 for this abortion. So if you do the math in your head, that's, what is it, $1,400 a week? And then she said if times got really tough, she would hit up the same guy after he paid the $700 or whatever. She would hit him up and be like, hey, the abortion didn't work. I need another $700. And of course, all these men paid up because I'm sure they didn't want a baby with a meth head, right? Then I was like, well, what do you do if they don't believe you? She told me she would hit up her pregnant homegirl. She would get one of those travel size bottles of like shampoo or whatever. She would put her pregnant homegirl's piss in these little shampoo bottles. She would put foil over the top and then wrap it with a rubber band. Be like, well, come over and I'll take a pregnancy test for you, right in front of you so you can see for yourself. She would stick this travel size shampoo bottle up her hoo-ha. She would have really sharp nails, and then she would like go and like poke a hole through the foil so it sounded like she was peeing, and she would pee on this stick in front of them and be like, look, it's positive. She even did that same trick to pass drug test for probation, but she would put her kids' piss. She would have her teenager kids piss in a cup for her so that she could put it in shampoo bottles, go to the probation place and piss positive. I forgot to mention, she told me that she would sleep with like 8 different men a month. So 2 men a week. So if you do the math, homegirl was making a livable wage for sure. She also told me she would occasionally like make a sign saying that she was a single struggling mother, and she would stand on the corner with a cup. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think.
Jesus, man. She was like Dr. Evil's sister.
Well, it was clever.
It was very clever. That was wild. Absolutely wild. Imagine that. She's making like $100,000 a year just by like claiming. You know what's weird? So kind of unrelated, but my remember that girlfriend I was talking about when I was young? When I broke up with her, she did the same thing, but it wasn't like an abortion scam. It was like 2 months after I'd broken up with her, and she was like calling me under restricted numbers like 100 times a day, and I was ignoring all of it. And then she like texted me and said that she was pregnant. And I started getting real scared because I'm like 18 or 19 at this time, you know. I think I was 18. So I'm like panicking, like, holy shit, I'm fucked. And I told my mom about it, and my mom was like, oh, baby. She's like, she's lying. Don't worry, just don't worry about it. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, she's making it up. That's what girls do. And I was like, oh my God, she was right. She was 100% right.
Yeah, the emotional manipulation men have to go through because they're not the ones that carry babies.
Yeah, I was pretty spooked, but it ended up being totally fine. Yep. She was completely lying, man. Completely lying. Women be crazy, man. They be crazy as hell. It's weird because you don't think of these things until all these things start happening. I feel like a lot of guys like me, we don't have that perspective anymore because if I would hang out with a girl off Tinder back in the day, if they were even remotely, if they had a red flag, if they had a slightly like pinkish flag, my happy ass would drop them. Right?
You definitely could have been a victim of the abortion scam on several occasions.
Yep, 100%. It was gross. Terrifying stuff. Oh my gosh, now I'm scarred. He's scarred. Oh my God.
Helena's comment's great.
Maybe she had ADHD and was self-medicating with meth and came up with insanely successful scams. Yeah,
it was meth fueled in a good way.
And she didn't have to report it to the IRS.
Yeah.
Except she was probably like buying stuff all the time, and they were like, "Hey, where's this money coming from?" Oh, they're gonna get your
gift
ass
every time.
That's true. You know, what's up, Aquanet? How you doing? We are how? What is the math? 64 from Naked Snake, 564 from Bikini, and Feet Goal. Renee Galarza. Appreciate you guys. Oh my God, the same girl texts me she's pregnant. Shame what happened to her. It's amazing the damage that can be caused to the human body when a car falls off a bridge. Yep. Push down some stairs. Oops.
Women might know about abortion scams, but men know about breaks.
We know about murders. All right, here we go. It says they've been caught, or it says right here, they have been together for 6 years, but 2 days after he proposed, he discovered she was cheating with his best friend.
Oh,
I don't want nothing from you. I want to be away from you. I want my freedom from you.
I'm I'm begging you, please sit down, Gary. Please, please don't leave me. Please, please.
You see this, right?
Gary,
You see this?
please,
I'm
stop.
trying to go.
Please.
I'm trying to go.
Look at me, look at me. Look
I
at
don't
me.
want to be
Stop.
with
I
you.
will give you whatever.
I don't
Stop,
want nothing
stop.
from you. I want to
Gary,
get away from you. I
Gary,
want my freedom
please.
from you. All I'm trying to do is go out the door. Y'all see this on camera? I'm trying to leave out the door, get away from the situation, and make things better for me. But
Also
I
a red
can't seem
flag
to,
that he feels like he has to film this.
Well, probably because he knows that she's the type of girl that will claim like she like attacked him or like
Yeah,
or
exactly.
vice versa, like he attacked her and like
Yeah.
assaulted her. She seems like she's tripping balls. She's like
She
freaking
is
out.
freaking out, yeah.
So he probably knows that she might like claim that he beat her or something and like hit herself in the face with something to get bruises and then try to get him arrested.
Yeah.
So he's filming this for a good
And
reason.
then say, well, take me back and then I will dismiss the charges.
Yeah, exactly.
So when the police get here, you will see, because I'm gonna have to remove her from me physically. Trying to be polite and just walk out and have a great day, but
him just decking her in the
she won't get off. Can you please get off me? I'm asking her twice.
I'm asking you to
Can
sit
you
down.
please get off of me?
Okay, I'm asking you to sit down.
Can you please get off of me?
Gary, please don't put your hands. I'm begging you, please sit down, Gary. Please, please don't leave me. Please,
You
please.
see this, right?
Gary,
You see this?
please,
I'm
stop.
trying to go.
Please,
I'm trying to go.
Look at me, look at me. Look
I don't
at me.
wanna be
Stop.
with
I
you.
will give you whatever.
I don't
Stop,
want nothing
stop.
from you. I want to
Gary,
get away from you. I
Gary,
want my freedom
please.
from you.
Wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah, she crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
Don't sleep with people's friends.
Yeah, dude. Holy Ozone, Mr. Rob himself with a $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. The lone red boys of the night and pink boys of the night. Big shout out to Shani. Rest in peace, Shani Grammy. I appreciate you for all your love tonight. Shani dropped 2 pink boys and 2 red boys, which is like half the super chats or more right now. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. And big shout out to Mr. Rob and Katie the Swiss and everybody else for being goated. All right, let's continue. Well, yeah, I got so many of these. This one's actually fun. It reminds me of Sophia. I don't think she would do this, but it reminds me of Sophia. She might do this. But so this girl's like in the bathroom at the club and listen.
I forgot that guy's so nice. Who cares? So many guys are nice. Oh my god, but do they have money? No.
Is this what girls talk about in the club bathrooms? Like, does he have money? I don't care if he's fucking nice. He better have some money on him.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's like girls in their early 20s, man. Now, granted, look.
They got the pick of the litter at that age.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is the biggest issue is it's almost, I can almost see their perspective, and here's why. I know it sounds terrible, and I would attribute to locker room talk. Like, men talk like this kind of stuff in the opposite way, but women, they're getting approached, and a 22-year-old girl at the club is getting approached by a 23-year-old guy that, like, maybe has an internship and hasn't graduated yet and has, like, no money and lives with his mom and his dad. Granted, they probably have a little bit of money, but, like, he's not got shit going on yet. So the 31-year-old dude that has like a few forehead wrinkles and owns his own fucking company and drives like a C8 to the club, that dude's just so much more attractive. And he also he's been playing the field so long that he's not going to be like weird. He's just gonna be like, we can fucking hang out or we can. I don't give a fuck. And they'll be like, oh my God, I love this guy. Right.
Well, and also it's like, she was talking about like, well, he's nice. And she was like, well, does he have money? That's something to consider too. So like if a high value man is being like nice to you when they don't have to, right? They don't have to be nice to you. And they're probably not nice to everyone. They're probably being nice to you specifically. And that can be a compliment, right? But it's not a compliment when he's not really valuable, right? Like he is a 23-year-old that still lives with his mother or something.
Here's the caveat.
And isn't going to college or
here's the caveat. That guy, the C8 guy that's 31 years old that owns his own company is going to pump a number and not talk to her again though.
Valid.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
And that's why when she gets to 30, she's like, fuck guys, men are evil because she got used by the C8 guy so many times.
I mean, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't as a female, right? Because like because you also can't find a man that is a work in progress and expect that they're going to get better either, that they're going to become successful either, right? So like you can make an educated guess and be like, okay, well, they clearly put effort into these areas of their lives. And so I can expect that, you know, as I'm doing the same thing and putting effort in, that they'll be putting effort into themselves and we'll grow together. That's a, you know, a educated guess, right?
You think a 22-year-old girl is going to think like that at all?
No, but they should.
They're not going to think like that. They only start thinking like that when they get into their 30s, and then they're like, oops, I goofed.
Yeah.
I goofed. Uh-oh. Big Mike says 3 biggest red flags: daddy issues, brain pills, and a laundry list of exes. The brain pills, though, it's a good one. SSRIs, brother. SSRIs. 54 until naked snake, boys. 554 until bikini. What's fucked up is when a girl says, I met a new guy, the first thing her friends ask is, what does he do? Well, that's what, you know what? That's what everybody does. Everybody tries to size you up financially when you're a guy. It does not matter if it has nothing to do with women or men. If I go into a group setting where people don't know who I am, the first thing they ask me is, what do you do? Everybody always tries to size up a man financially. It does not matter who they are. It's how they determine if they're going to respect you or not, right to your face. It kind of sucks, but that's just how it is when you're a guy.
I will say my mom has never asked that question when I let it be known that I'm seeing somebody. She's never asked me like, well, what do they do?
Right. I mean, but does she ask him? She just doesn't inquire about it ever. She just never knows.
I mean, of course she'll inquire about it eventually. That's a major part of who someone is, but
yeah,
it's not the first thing she asks.
Interesting. Oh my God. Generic Sports says, I generally win that. I tell them I'm retired. The next question is, how old are you? 41. Rest in peace. That answers it right there. You know, that answers it right there. Ashley says, I don't care how much money a man makes. Having a career matters to me. Unless, well, girls didn't really have a problem with me working at GameStop at all.
Yeah.
They never give a fuck. It was different back then. Like I was 27. I was in hyper shape, and none of them gave a fuck about anything. I think it's because I just owned my own home.
See, I don't know if it's because I don't know if it was because of my ego, but like I always felt intimidated if guys were really highly successful, because I always felt like I needed to be successful too to be on their level. I guess I just misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah. 20 likes away, by the way. 20 likes away from 200. Let's move on to the next one. Remember earlier when I said women intentionally give other women bad advice? This is why.
I love when girls break up with their boyfriend. Thank you. Yes! Yes! An angel has gained its wings again. Thank you. Please keep doing this. Break up with him. He sucks.
I don't think I would listen to anybody that like acts like that.
It's self-reporting that they want people to be miserable like them. They don't even realize that. They don't even realize that they're telling on themselves like that. They have no idea. No idea. You know what I'm saying? No, thank you. SSRIs detected. Ashley says, my ex bounced around from job to job and couldn't hold a job. I can't do that again. I do not want to be someone's mother again. So career and ambitions matter to me. Sorry. Well, yeah, you're like 40 though, Ashley. So yeah, obviously that's the case. I would agree with you there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Ashley. Come on, Ashley. Act your age, Ashley. Okay. I specifically don't shave my chest for you, Ashley. Okay. I know how the grift works. All right. I know, understand. MA says, I just don't want to date someone that doesn't have their own thing going on. It doesn't matter what they do. Just don't be always hanging around. I would say, as long as they're doing their own thing and they can kind of relatively take care of themselves to a degree, I'm cool with that, right? But if they're a starving artist that brings in no money, I don't know about that. No. Smooth Jaw, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. Says 40, 6 figures, 6 foot, 750, 175. Any takers?
That's pretty good. 6
yeah, but
foot,
what
175.
But what does your fucking face look like, brother? What is that? What does the Smooth Jaw's face look like? Because you got a dog on your picture. That's got to.
As long as you get a jaw and a chin. Usually for a guy, that's kind of all you need.
I got one eye, 2 noses. It's like, well, there's your problem, Smooth
I
Jaw.
dated a guy with a glass eye one time. He didn't think it was as funny as I did. I'm like, you know, if you got one eye and you make jokes, right? Like it's funny. Like make jokes about it.
Yeah.
He didn't think it was funny.
I think it was hilarious. I pop my eye out all the time for a party trick. Watch it.
Yeah.
Woo! They'd be like, "Oh oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine. I wouldn't care. I'd be cool with it. I've had women literally tell me I can't be with you because I wouldn't know how to keep you with me. Interesting. It's very easy as a woman, like to be completely transparent. As a guy that can generally make my way through life and not have to worry much, especially before racing. Before racing, nothing was an issue. I could buy a Ferrari and then sell it. It was not a big deal, because I just save. I am a chronic money saver. When I was at GameStop making almost nothing, I had 30 grand in my savings account since I was like 21. And I always would roughly keep the same amount in my savings account. And then, of course, when I started doing YouTube and getting like a bigger paycheck, I just kept putting money in there. I never really bought anything crazy, But of course, after I started racing, it like wiped me out. But I'm on my way back to that point right now. I'm pushing as hard as I can to get there. And with Facebook and shit like popping off, and Instagram's helping me out a lot. But what I mean is, like, it's so easy. If your girl is just like nice to be around, peaceful, welcoming, warm, and like shows that she wants to stay in shape and shows that she's kind of excited about what you're doing, like that it's not that hard as a chick. But a lot of women will get into relationships and in their 30s or late 20s with a guy that's successful and good, and 6 months in they start being mean spirited all the time, and they're not fun to be around, and it just sucks. And I'm like, you have like one job if you want to just stay in a relationship, like just be fucking reasonable and fun to be around. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why it seems so complicated. You know what was it? Andrew Tate that said this? It might have been Andrew Tate. It might have been another one of these guys. But he's like, all men want you to be is like your peace. So like you go to work, you're stressed out, everything's crazy as fuck, and when you get home, you don't want another work at your foot. You just want somebody that's like peaceful. And that's I guess that it's simplifying it, but that's kind of the idea.
A lot of men make their beds though in that scenario, right? Because like once you're in a relationship, it's more nuanced than that, because you impact their behavior too. Both of you do. Both of you impact each other's behavior. And so if you have mutual responsibilities, you're building a life together, that means that you're both depending on each other for things. Guy depending on the woman to be the peace, but is she going to be the peace if she's not living a very peaceful life, right? Like if she is responsible for too much, if she is, picking up too much slack, like there's too much push and pull in a relationship where, yes, you think it's easy to just be someone's peace and be chill and like, not rag on them, et cetera. But like, I think a lot of men create strife and grief for women and then are upset that they're not their cool girl self that they were when they first started dating.
But see that there's the issue there. That's a get out of jail free card.
Is it? But
you could always say that in any situation. Like
you could, yes. You for anything in a relationship, you can use anything reasonable like that as a get out of jail free card. But it's a matter of, is it true?
Well, you didn't make me feel like I wanted to be peaceful. Like you could always just say that, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could, but that doesn't mean it's any less true.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyways, big shout out to all the boys. God, we have 300 people watching. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost to 300 or 200 likes. Please hit that like button. It is so important because the difference between 100 likes gets you like 300 more viewers on average. I'm going to put a 10 super chat goal of Orange Boys on the show to extend the show out a little bit. At 10, extend the show out a little bit, get us to really close to Bikini, just for fun. Because I remember doing this the other day and people were fucking being wild about it. And I'm like, well, if it works, it works. So there's that goal right there. Orange Boys, make the goal go higher. Damn, Slag, let's say disliked just because of what you said. That's what I'm saying. Mademo, he says, wow, it always fucks. Yeah, exactly. It's like, but if he's not making it where I want to be peaceful, then
so riddle me this though. Do you think that cannot be true? Can it just not be true?
Sure.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's always like that anytime there's a complaint in a relationship on either end, there is always room to say, is this true or not? Or are you just saying this? Right. Like,
right. But
it's not a gotcha if it,
well, it's complicating. It's complicating. The whole point is it's like adding more layers and variety onto the simplicity of men just want somebody who's their peace when like a time away from their personal stress that makes them feel at home. Like that's the simple statement. It's like, well, but what if they suck though? It's like, okay, well, that's not that related to the original statement.
Naturally, yes. Naturally, that is what men want. But is it not true that people often like fail at creating the reality they expect? Right? So you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
And if you're being realistic in the struggles between a man and a woman in a relationship, often if a woman isn't being peaceful, it's not for no reason at all, right?
Yeah.
Often, not all the time. Some women are just crazy.
Yeah.
Give you that. But if you're talking about two reasonable people in a relationship, if the woman is not peaceful and not chill, is there a reason?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always a reason for something, right? There, you could always say that's what I'm saying. That's why I originally said it's a get out of jail for free card. But you can be like, well, the reason I haven't been peaceful in a year is because you didn't switch over the laundry when I asked you to. And I'm like, that's my point. Is you could always just say, well, there was a thing that you did at one point in time. That's why I'm just not a peaceful partner ever. And I'm like, I feel like you just always say that. You could always point at some kind of flaw that you've seen when we already know that humans are flawed. Like, are we expecting this scenario? The guy is ripped, attractive, has a perfectly groomed mustache, also makes $500,000 a year, also takes care of everything possible for you sexually, emotionally, and everything across the board.
Then if you have a reasonable female, she's probably not going to act crazy.
But she could still say,
she could still act crazy.
Say, well, he did this thing and he didn't take me on this vacation he promised me, therefore I'm not his piece anymore. Right? That's what I'm saying. Is at any moment you could just use that excuse to be like, well, there's a reason I'm like I am.
People could use an excuse for literally anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Any complaint. The man could be like, you're not being my piece because she like asked him to do the dishes after dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's the exact parallel, bro. It's the exact parallel.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
yeah.
That has nothing to do with your piece. You're fucking misconstruing all of this completely. What is having the dishes? Hey, can you do the dishes for me tonight? Yeah, babe. What does that have to do with fucking peace or somebody's stress? You're missing the entire
No,
point.
I'm not.
The whole.
No, I'm not.
You think we're talking about something else entirely?
No, you're talking about a woman being your piece and creating like an easygoing atmosphere for you.
Yeah, atmosphere. Right? Not asking you to take the trash out is not negating that atmosphere.
A man could use the excuse that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can use all of these valid reasons as a weapon.
No, a man
you can use it as a weapon if you want to.
A man that's successful like that, like practices unintentionally, probably subconsciously practices stoicism. He's not going to say that I don't have any peace because you asked me to take the garbage to the road. That's insane. That has nothing to do with the original.
That's like one of the biggest complaints of men is women nagging.
That's not nagging. If you just ask, hey, can you do the thing? And the guy's like, yeah, and then does the thing. That's not nagging. It doesn't
what if they
change
ask you to do it every single day?
That's no different. That's no different. No, you're just fucking.
Plenty of men would call that nagging. Plenty of men would call it nagging.
No,
just because you wouldn't call it nagging doesn't mean that men wouldn't call it nagging.
But we're getting way too far away from, like, art exactly. Like we're talking about something not even remotely related to the original thing. Art's like my piece just means please don't have emotional blowups on me. Yes, that's it. It's fucking it. It's not. It has nothing to do with fucking taking the garbage out or doing this. That has nothing to do with any of this.
All right, it's a bad equivalency.
Yes,
whatever.
You're
but
wrong.
There's plenty of proper equivalencies to what I'm saying.
No, there's zero. Actually, you're just unhinged.
Okay. All right. People don't weaponize valid reasons in times when they're not valid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure, babe. Travis. All right, we got 10 orange boys to extend the show for 25 minutes left on the goal. Every orange super chat, which is 20 or higher. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Kate the Swiss says, I'm not here to deal with the emotional instability and traumas. They're supposed to be my equal. Thank you, Kate the Swiss. I appreciate you, brother. M. Daniel says, wow, they always fall back to the man. I read that one. Thank you, buddy. Roberto Maldonado Says I was never nicer in my relationship than I was when I was trying to get laid. Yeah, dude.
So women should just abstain from sex to make sure their men are nice.
No, that's against Jesus. Jesus literally said that thou shalt not fucking refuse to remove thine draws. It's in the Bible.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that is a Christian doctrine though. Like to withhold from your husband.
There is a quote in the Bible that says that both should submit to each other. I think it uses different terms. It says women should submit to their men and men should die for their women or something like that. There's two parts to that, but everyone always quotes the first part where it talks about women submitting to men. Yeah. But there is a second part to that sentence.
Yeah, I would die. There you go. Now submit.
It doesn't mean literally.
What?
What in
How
the
do you
Bible
not literally die?
How much in the Bible is actually literal? Not a lot.
I don't know. Anyways, Rakin with an orange boy, the first one on the board for the goal. Says asking a man to take out the trash isn't nagging. Demanding it be done that second and get pissed when it doesn't happen is on their timeline is. Yeah, that's a good
What about when it's been overflowing for 5 days? And then she gets pissed.
If she gets pissed, then she's breaking the rule, the cardinal rule.
Not allowed to get pissed.
Nope. Thank you, Rakin. I appreciate you. Bubster says, for the bickering couple, thank you, Bubster. Appreciate you. I love you, Bubster. Thank you, buddy. Coming in strong. That's the second orange boy out of 10. We are rolling and polling, boys. Rolling.
They like when we argue.
We didn't argue. We just listened to you fucking say bullshit.
Okay.
That's what we did. The whole chat had to listen to you say some bullshit. That's what happened. There was no arguing. We're just listening to you be wrong for a whole 5 minutes. Royal Wee says paid $35,000 in federal taxes last year alone. The fact that it's likely a significant percentage of half our national debt in fraud infuriates me. Yeah, the fact that Trump hasn't came out yet just to say some shit and be like, we are looking into pausing income taxes because there's too much fraud and the American people do not deserve to get taken advantage of. 100%. That should happen. The fact that it hasn't happened is kind of annoying. That no politician has reverberated this. Everybody online has been saying it, because we know we're getting stolen. We're getting robbed. Royal Wee, thank you, buddy. Sly Ross says, was she also not home for 5 days? Oh my God. All right. Was that a 5? Who was that? It was a 5.
Yeah, K to the Swiss. Of course, we're hearing yeah, buts, and what abouts. We're talking about hypotheticals, and I have to come up with one out of my ass to defend my position, even though he had a easy one with the video.
No, I mean, it's just a simple statement, is all I'm saying. Be the peace. That's easy, A guy's not. If it would be different if the guy comes home and he's screaming at you, and you don't deserve it. But that's the whole point. Like, how many times have you seen, in media or in videos or anything, a guy just is sitting in his recliner relaxing, and then his wife's filming her TikTok, harassing him for not doing a thing or blah blah blah, and he's sitting there just got off work 12 hours. That's the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all we're saying.
We see if we were both given a video example of men being bad and weaponizing a reason, and a woman being bad and weaponizing a reason, we both would see it and call it out for what it is, and we would agree. The problem is we're talking hypotheticals, and that's where everything gets sticky.
Yeah. Reagan says 5 days is valid, but from my experience, I get yelled at if I didn't do it right when I got home from work. Yep. Agreed. Daniel Box says, I'm on PDH side. I understand what she's saying. No, you're just being gay right now, Daniel Box, is what you're doing. You're just being a gay person.
I think I'm liberal now. I'm just kidding.
Filthy libs.
That's all it took.
Filthy
I just
libs.
to feel validated.
We got 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 orange boys on our goal. 8 more to pass the goal and extend the show to the 3-hour mark. Thank you so much, boys. I appreciate you. We're going hard today. We're killing it. We're killing it. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to our next video. We've been yelling too much.
Big Mike says it's time for hair dye and a nose ring. Do you guys think I would look cute with blue hair?
300-yard wink says EBS playing Steel Panther now on CG Kings. I hope that works out. I love me some Steel Panther. I always get the heebie-jeebies when creators play copyrighted music openly their entire streams. It freaks me out, man. And I'll tell you why it freaks me out. Because I've seen other creators years ago, all the way up until 6 months ago, that used to play copyrighted music on their streams because they thought it was a stream, therefore it didn't matter. Oh, it's just a stream. I'm not monetizing this, therefore it doesn't matter. And then their channels get deleted randomly, like one day. It fucking scares me. So I never do that shit. I'm so afraid of that. I'll join like a like Ethan show and he's playing like some fucking Michael Jackson or something, and I'm like, oh my god, what is he doing? Like, they don't. Doesn't matter if you're not monetizing it. They'll fucking get you. You'll in your channel. You'll wake up to your channel being deleted. And I'm like, oof, fuck that.
I've had blue hair and purple hair and pink hair. But it was different. It had a different connotation back then. I grew up in like the scene emo era.
Yeah, it was way different back then. It has mean something different the last like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 years now at this point.
My black hair looked pretty good though.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes, PDH did get a McDouble last night or the other night. Whatever night it was. I don't remember what night it was.
Art the Clown says that emotional buildups are distinctly a female trait. I disagree because women are just very patient and tolerant. And so they're not going to be like, hey, the trash has been overflowing for 2 days now. Because they already know that you see it. They know you see the trash is overflowing. They're not going to like, nag you until it gets to a point where it's like, all right, man, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Art says women are patient ? Yeah, that's
good. Women are patient. Patience is, in my opinion, a very feminine trait.
You're speaking way too much from your direct perspective. Like, you think that like I'm kind of reasonable, I'm kind of logical, like I'm pretty laid back, therefore all women are. No women are. Like, no women are. Like, just because you are, it's actually hyper rare. Like, there's a reason why, like, I let you be around me 24/7, because it's so easy to be around you. That's my point of the whole peace thing, because you fall into that very, very well. Like, most women do not do that. So you're speaking directly from your perspective. I'll speak from a man perspective and give the perspective on things that men do that are retarded that I don't do, but men generally will do that. I don't do it. For example, most men, I would say, generally speaking, most men really, really care about body count. And I understand why they do.
Right.
Caveat, I don't. I don't care at all. I've never cared about that kind of thing, but I understand what men do. But like the way you're speaking is, I'm reasonable, therefore all women are reasonable. I'm like, no, they're not. None of them are actually. They're fucking out. Most of them are insane. It's like there's common phrases for this.
Let's assume I'm talking about women in like the 80s, maybe then. Would you say that in general, until onset insanity happened between the genders, that women were in general patient comparatively?
In the 80s, I wouldn't fucking know. I wasn't there. I wouldn't imagine.
50s. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't imagine they are.
Like, women are natural caregivers, right? Like, women, you have to have a lot of patience to be a nurse. You have to have a lot of patience to rear children. You know what I mean?
No, that's my point. Is like the way women are now is going to be similar to all of human history, because just because social media is a thing doesn't mean biology and subconscious have changed that much at all. Like, I've hung out with over 100 girls off Tinder. I can tell you right away.
Your subset is a very young subset of women.
No, look, there was a couple of them that were 22 to 24. The vast majority were 26 to 30 or 26 to 29.
That is not what you said before.
No, what are you talking about? Like, when did
in your Tinder days, you were like 28. You were not having sex with 29-year-olds.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was rare, but they were usually 26ish if I had to give an average. But my point is, like, the vast majority of these girls were not very reasonable, and they were not very patient. And they were not very interesting. And that's a good like sample size, right? That's all I'm saying is I think there a lot of people can agree with that, just from, I mean, look at just current politics. Like, and all the women that are freaking the fuck out. Like, can we really say that most women are patient? I don't think so. Maybe after 30 they get more patient, maybe, but like that's not most. We should be making head snips to punish fraud. Thank you. I appreciate you, Royal We. Thank you. Madamo says, woman, if I'm working for the house and bills are paid and I may not be able to get you everything you want, but everything you need and sometimes you won't. Madamo, thank you, brother.
If a man's working and paying all the bills, you don't ask him to do very much.
Yep.
Unless y'all got like a shit ton of kids. That's where things get gray.
Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. We are 2 Orange Boys into the 10 Orange Boy goal with 13 minutes left to extend the stream an hour. Thank you, Robert Medaldo. And that isn't a thought thing. It asked for what I would do, and I just said extend the stream. So it's not like a planned thing. Robert says padded bras are false advertising. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I do the padded bra thing.
I mean, I would too, man. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a girl, I'd want giant titties. But I also wouldn't want to have them like inserted in me surgically. So I'd be like, fuck it. I'll just do this instead, right?
Yeah.
I'll just have fake ones. It's fun. Or I'll just have like some padding that I can just remove at any point in time. So that's what I would do. That puts us at 5:31. We're moving on up. Now we're 4:60 until bikini. Oh my God. Oh my word. All right. The itty bitty titty committee. God forbid a man try to play with their children when the woman are in the house. I'm from Alabama. Anything over the age of 17 is an old maid. Oh my God. Sassy says, once you have kids, you learn patience. There you go. Where is it at? Somebody said something. Answer this. Who spends hours upon hours building robots with a bunch of tiny parts and finds it fun? Men are patient. Art says women are not inherently patient about sex. When they want it, it's an absolute need right now, and they're going to get it. Men can just jerk off and be okay. Yeah, it's true. I like how men know how most men are when they aren't the ones in the relationship with men and know what happens behind closed doors. That was too many words. Too many words.
Great
Ashley.
point. He says it's too many words because he can't admit that it's a good point.
Well, explain it to me because I don't get it.
She's saying like we have all these misconception, or men have a lot of misconceptions about like how other men are when everybody is very different behind closed doors.
Well, no, I mean like,
and usually they're dishonest with themselves about how they are behind closed doors.
Well, I guess
and that goes both ways.
I guess if like, I mean, you could never really know what's going on behind closed doors. But I have I've seen a lot of male friends completely change their entire personality around women and shift and do strange things. Now, granted, I've also seen these guys, which I thought were being like ultra simps, like also being pretty terrible to be around behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So that rings true for sure. Anyways, yeah. I don't remember anybody saying it was easy to date men, Danny Walks. I wouldn't fucking know. Amateur says women will go out of their way to intentionally annoy their men. Men do not do this. I don't know. Men might do that. Men might do that.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen that.
Out of the two of us, who annoys the other more? It's definitely you purposefully rage baiting me more.
That's true. Yeah. I guess so. I don't do it as much as I used to, though. I used to fuck with you.
I think it's because I don't nag and I don't like bitch at you enough. I think I need to bitch at you more. That's what you're craving. You're craving the bitching.
No.
Because that's why you try and rage bait me.
No. I don't like. I like poke your like belly and flip your titties and stuff, and that's what I do.
And you fart on me incessantly.
Well, it feels good, and also like my ass it hurts sometimes, and I gotta let it go. Let it go, boys. We got 10 minutes left on the Orange Boy goal. 8 Orange Boy super chats away from hitting that orange goal. Fish says you can have free reign in my bank account if you goth out and marry him. He said he's one of the 666s, so he's 6 foot, 6 pack, and 6 figures.
Oh yeah.
But he won't get us the bikini and super chats though. I feel like he's lying a little. Women love to test their partners. Oh yeah. Gen X Sports says nope, I do. I piss off my wife on purpose. A couple of days ago, I took a pic of my wife and turned her into a bikini, then turned her also into a zombie. Put a bikini on her, and then it makes her look way hotter than she is, and you're like, oh, this is gay. Her stomach's so flat; it's never that flat. This is some
That's that
bullshit.
AI picture you did of me the other day, and I was like, that's not even my body.
Oh yeah, that was the. Hold on,
I was
I'll,
like, I'd have to lose like 20 more pounds.
here. I'll pull that up real quick. What? No. You're totally like of similar weight. It's your arms have zero muscle in this though, because it's like the AI is like women don't have muscle, right? It's not gonna fucking pull up. I saved it on my phone though. I'll put it up on my phone. What's up, last Gamera? How you doing, baby? How you doing, well, baby? My boy. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up here. I'm gonna have to email it to myself. All right, I will show you guys the picture. I tried to just type in AI and it typed in ass. Okay. This is the picture. And yeah, it basically just took all your muscle off. That's what it did. And she like do a front double bicep. Yeah, so you got muscle on you. And like the AI was like, women don't have muscle. That's illegal.
Matt all day said sometimes it seems like crazy bitches get what they want more than emotionally regulated women. But long term, that's not quite true. Yeah, I totally agree. I've definitely noticed that. Like, I have a friend who's very snippy as a female, like very high maintenance and not easygoing at all.
Yeah.
And she gets the princess treatment, but she's also never been in a very long-term relationship except for when it was long distance.
Yeah. See, it like took all your muscle off.
Yeah.
And it made your face a little strange.
It made me look like a baby, like
Yeah.
like an infant or something. It's so gross and weird.
But you got little bitty arms.
Why is AI so terrible? It's bad.
Yeah, AI is really good until you use it on yourself, and you're like, wait a second, I don't look like that. And then you get like you feel weird about it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, yes, crazy bitches do get some. I think some dudes, like she said, some dudes totally actually prefer crazy though, because it's
But then they
exciting.
get tired, I think. It's exciting and it's like invigorating. And it's like when women are in a relationship and they cause problems because they're used to that dynamic. I think men do the same thing. And then but they get very tired of it. You can't sustain that long term.
I've seen dudes with absolutely crazy chicks that they just stay with. You know, Robert Montalbano says pretty sure she could kick Jake Paul's ass. I mean, who couldn't though, right? Break his poor little jaw, poor guy. All right, let's move on to the next one. Where is it at? Here we go. Beep 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 beep. All right.
My roommate in college was cheating on her long distance boyfriend, and he was driving long distance to come see her every weekend, and he was bringing food for her roommates, for her friends. He was fixing our sink. He was helping us with any maintenance issues we had around the dorm, and just overall helping her adjust as much as he could with her new college while he was going to college himself and had a full-time job, and she was cheating on him. So I pulled her aside and I was like, you have to tell him. And she was like, I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to figure out where I want to go with this other guy before I bail on my 3-year relationship. So what I did was wait for the boyfriend to come home. And then I called him the other guy's name, who he was already suspicious of. So he picked up on the cue immediately. And for the next 3 hours, I heard them arguing in the other room. And then the next day, they sent us home for COVID. And I never saw her or him or anyone else in the situation ever again. Do have a happy update though, that she got cheated on in her next relationship. Karma is up.
She wanted that girl's boyfriend.
That's probably true, but also I got to put this out there. People who do long distance relationships are brain dead.
Yeah.
They're
So,
absolutely brain dead.
Here's the thing. Here's how you know that girls are kind of evil. Men will be like tight-lipped and not say a word to a girl being cheated on if it's their best friend. But a girl will always find a way to tell that girl's boyfriend, especially if she wants that girl's boyfriend.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And what I was saying before is people will get in a long distance relationship. Like the girl will go off to college or something like that, or go move somewhere for work for like 6 months to a year. And you have to hear me out on this, because I feel like a lot of people don't think about this. is your significant other, man or woman that's moving away, are they abstinent and are they celibate? If your answer is ever going to be no, which it will be if you're reasonable, then you're answering your own question on what is going on.
So here is where we always disagree. Because I know for a fact women can just like bare ass not have sex for like a month and it not even occur to them, depending on where they're at in their life, right? Like what they're doing. A busy woman will just like not even think or care about sex for like a whole month.
A whole month?
Yeah.
What if she's gone for 6 months or a year?
Yeah, no, that's kind of different.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is, like, if you're a 20-something-year-old human being, and you're like, oh yeah, my girlfriend said she's just gonna be celibate now, which is not what she's never gonna say that, but like, that's what you have to understand. You have to understand that to do this long distance relationship that's going to be 6 months before you see her again and or him. Ask yourself, is your partner celibate? Your answer is going to be no, and you're answering a question right there. Now, if your
older women in a relationship, though, they can go a long time without sex.
Yeah, and that's my point is, like, people require this. It's an important thing, and the only time it might not be is when a woman goes off. Now, it's worse for the man in this situation. So if you're married, for example, and your husband looks like the guy that cries at Star Wars trailers, or is that guy, and your wife is going off for 6 months to like overseas to do some kind of job, and you're not going to see her for 6 months, she is fucking other people. I'm sorry. He might not, though, because he's the Star Wars cry guy. That's what I'm saying is, in that situation, men can't just go out and like have sex, especially if they're that guy. If you're that guy, you're fucked. You're not having sex with anybody. Women can generally have sex with anybody, even if they're overweight and unattractive, they can still have sex with people.
Well, especially in this scenario, because we're talking about a college-aged girl who is probably experiencing this kind of like adult freedom for the first time in her life, being in a dorm at college.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Nope.
But I think there's plenty of scenarios where a long-distance relationship with a woman, especially an older woman, can work if you have regular visitation.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster and relationships. The percentage of relationships at work is extremely low. And now add long distance into there. Like, that's like winning the lottery if that works out.
Right.
I just don't see it as being viable. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the Extend Stream Orange Goal. 8 Orange Boy Super Chats, $20 or more. Away. Thank you, guys. We're 450 from Bikini Gold. We already hit Nega Snake. We got it. Boys. We're doing good. We're kicking ass. Make sure you guys like the stream. Spam the like button. We're almost at 250. Get on it, dog on it. Oh my God. Yeah, everybody in the chat's like, I don't know, man. Like, older women, I don't know. Like, they have higher libidos usually. Yeah, I agree with that.
Literally all studies suggest that's not true. Like, women very commonly have issues with low libido.
I don't know, man. I'm about to Google this. Travis says, I had it bad for this girl senior year. Asked her out, and 1 week later came to my senses and broke up with her because I was moving for college. Yeah, I mean, Helena says, I wonder if average female libido follows a similar curve as the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect. I don't know, actually, what that would be related to. What the Dunning-Kruger effect would be related to in that situation. I want to pull up some stats for this because it's kind of interesting. Let's see. We're at 40, 540. All right. God, Jesus. Math is really hard, guys. I'm telling you what.
I'm going to buy him a calculator and duct tape it to his desk.
Royal Wee said, I skipped the super chat of farts. Hold on. Where the hell?
Yeah, tell him to stop farting on me.
Where's the Royal Wee super? I don't see a fart super chat from Royal Wee. Am I crazy?
Someone in the chat said, keep her in shape, they stay horny. Yeah, that's a big contributor. Like, most women, as they get older, they put on residual weight year after year, and it builds up, and they become kind of out of shape, and that definitely affects libido, mentally and physically.
Royal Wee says, skip my super and stop farting on her. So weird. Are you talking about the one about the snips, the punished fraud snips? I read that one earlier. It's the only other one I see though. Thank you, Royal. I appreciate you, and I will not stop. I never stop. Let's see. Do women's libido increase with age? Google's giving me, it's complex. It's complex, actually. Your sex drive changes as you age. Some women experience increased libido symptoms for these reasons, but libido can increase with menopause changes in general. It's normal to experience. Some stuff says decline and some stuff says increase. I don't know. It depends, I guess. It depends.
So when I Google, do women's libido decline with age? It says, yes, it's common for women's libido to decline with age, often starting in the late 20s or 30s, with more significant changes around menopause due to dropping estrogen levels, causing dryness and lower desire. But this isn't universal.
Let's see. Let's Google what Art says. When do women reach their sexual peak? There's no single age for one sexual peak, but many studies suggest peak sexual desire, frequency, and satisfaction often occurs into the late 30s to early 40s. Isn't it weird how Google just changes whatever it says?
Yeah, it will say whatever based on how you Google it will give you a specific answer.
I've always been under the understanding that it increases. I've always heard from older women that their sex drive increases when they get older. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's assume that testosterone is the primary driver for libido. When do women have the highest testosterone?
Would that be? I don't know if that would be.
Perimenopausal women. So that's a very specific time frame between fertile years and menopause.
So that'd be 30s to 40s, right?
Yeah, it would be late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, so that makes sense, yeah.
And then women generally have their highest testosterone levels during adolescence and early adulthood. So late teens to early 20s, with levels peaking before gradually declining, and then they remain crucial for health, impacting muscle libido. Yeah. So there's a decline from 30s onward.
I don't know if testosterone plays as big as role as we think here. Colton says, Cody, have you ever fapped to a video game? I don't think so. Maybe Dead or Alive beach volleyball. Maybe. Probably that one. If I had to guess. I mean, I've fapped fucking when you're a teenager, you like fap to everything that you fucking find. You know, magazines, doesn't matter. Poorly drawn thing in the stall at the school, you know what I'm saying? So I would say probably if there was a game, it was beach volleyball.
You know that gay scene in Troy? Is it Troy? Where it was like when it was yeah, I think it was.
I do not know because I've never seen Troy.
Yes, Troy with Brad Pitt. There's a gay scene in there. And for some reason that was one of my jams when I was a kid.
Robert says, Cody, can you just please take out the trash? I'll do it eventually, Robert. How about that, Robert? You need to stop shaking your leg, brother. Because the entire house has been shaking for an hour and it's like freaking me out. It's like just like I've been like this for an hour.
That's how you stay thin.
Is it? I don't think it is.
Yeah, people who shake their legs on average weigh 2 pounds less.
I doubt 2 pounds. Oh God,
yeah.
Jesus. What's up, Ninja? How you doing, brother? Who hasn't jerked it to Duke Nukem? Oh, yeah, well, you're right. You are right about that. Take out the trash goal. That would be way too high for you guys to be able to do that. Sorry. Take out the trash goal. It's too high. Sorry. Not happening today. Not happening. But at any rate, Tim Walz posted a video a few hours ago talking about eating French fries and chicken tenders and how cool it is. I think this guy's mentally brain damaged. He's like, I work on cars, bro. And also, like, I could beat up all the MAGA supporters, like, in a row at the same time. Also, fries are cool. Like, they're manly. I think he's, like, literally, unironically, like, hyper-closeted gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, like, everything that he says that he implies is, like, manly and laid back and cool is literally the complete opposite. It's like a gay man pretending to be, like, masculine, but not having any idea what's going on, right? It's very weird. Let's check out this from The View. This is the first time in a long time I've seen The View be based. You ready for this?
Your question, who voted for this? The people in South Florida. The Venezuelan community, the Cuban American community, the Nicaraguan American community voted for this. And for us, this is a very, very happy day when we see a dictator who has been part of oppressing and abusing the Venezuelan people for 25 years. When we see him in handcuffs and held to some sort of accountability, it brought me into tears. It brought me great joy. And, you know, I live in South Florida.
But are you okay with the way that it was done?
But you can, I think both things can be true.
Okay.
I think you can criticize and ask questions and have concerns about the way it was done and what this means in the future.
Right.
And I think you can still celebrate that this murderous, corrupt, sadistic son of a bitch is out of Venezuela.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he has, I think there's 8 million Venezuelan exiles all over the world. People have fled from this man's tyrannical rule. So
yeah, and then the other ladies are like, but did you think about Trump though and how like evil he is?
Yeah, they had to feed her a line there. Yeah,
it's funny because like
don't forget to mention it was bad though.
Don't forget to mention that Trump's evil though, and it's like.
And when did this air? Because I feel like they had too long of a time to realize the take was bad. Yeah. So they had several days to realize the other take is bad.
Yeah. Craggeth. Only King Arthur can save us. Craggeth. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, dude. Old Craggeth coming in strong. Hope you're doing well, buddy. That puts us at 550 or 450 from Bikini. With a few minutes left, about 15 minutes left in the stream. Appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like it, by the way. Like the damn stream. Stop being bitch ass motherfuckers. Likes keep us getting recommended. So if we can get to 300 likes, it helps out. Goes a long way. 7 on Rumble says the solution is to fuck her daily and inject her with that dose of testosterone. YouTube's not letting me make any more super chats. Well, I appreciate you. Oh, it's M Devil.
If we get to 300 likes, Cody will take out the trash.
Not happening. No, I refuse. It's like that scene where Isildur, when Lord of the Rings, and that one elf dude that I can't remember his name right now, Hugo Weaving character. He's like, throw the ring into the fire, and Isildur is like, no, and he just walks away. He's like, Isildur. Oh no, Elrond. Yeah, exactly.
You just watch Middle Earth burn.
No, I will not. All right. Let's continue, boys. Sushi, get the hell out of here, boy. He's looking at me. He's eyeballing me. You ain't sitting in my lap, dude. We don't do this. We don't play this game here. Yeah. No more. No more. We got, what's his name? Fucking Hassan Piker talking about it. I guarantee you I bet Hassan Piker is mad about this. Well, Hassan Piker is like a full-blown communist, right? So he would be mad about this.
And a lot of those Venezuelans, some of them are going to be in the chat today, are going to fucking talk like this is a fantastic moment and Trump is a great liberator. Bitch, he's saying you're a rapist, okay? I need you to understand this. If you are a fucking Venezuelan expat, if you are a Venezuelan refugee living in the United States of America, understand something. He is saying you're a rapist, drug dealer that will get sent to fucking see God.
Keep in mind, Hassan Piker is a millionaire who owns supercars and wears designer jewelry and lives in a mansion in LA.
And he's telling millions of people what they should think.
He's telling all these Venezuelans that feel like they've been liberated that they're wrong. And Trump actually hates you, by the way. Not me, though. Not me. Not this balding millionaire that is extremely effeminate and immature. No, it's actually Trump who thinks you're bad. And you are not liberated because Trump is evil, actually.
Okay? It doesn't matter whether you like Maduro or whether you hate the Chavistas or whatever the fuck, okay? He will use you like a pawn. Okay? You're like a cum rag. That's it.
That's exactly how Hassan uses new female streamers that come for him for collabs, like a cum rag. Same thing. Hassan Piker is a disgusting human being that has no morals, no belief structures, no policy beliefs that he actually stands behind. Everything that he says or spouts is just to curate his audience of 13 to 14-year-old Reddit kids that give him money all the time. So that's how it is, man. He believes nothing he says. And he's actually not very intelligent, which is very spooky. Begin considering he's the top Democratic political streamer and he's kind of retarded. It's weird. It's weird to hear the shit come out of his mouth because I never watched a Hassan and I started pulling up clips of Hassan to like gauge what he's talking about. And I was like, wait a second, is this dude like, I thought he was like the top Democrat like streamer. He just says shit. He just says shit. If you say it with enough confidence and enough eloquence, you can make a lot of people think that you're smart. Yeah. Michael OP says if you watch South Park, you'll see what they think of Trump. I haven't watched South Park in a long time. I tried to watch one of the newer episodes. I think it was the 6-7 episode where Cartman was doing the 6-7 thing, and that kind of the plot B was kind of funny. But it kept going back to the Trump thing, and it didn't really flow very well. And the Trump stuff's not really that very funny. I almost feel like it's supposed to be like anti-funny. Yeah, yeah. Like it almost seems like they're like just like beating the dead horse with it on purpose to make like a funny point. I don't know. I think what I thought was going on is, you know, their deal from Paramount was like history breaking. It was like billions of dollars, right? And I think one of Paramount's biggest requests was to like Trump had to be kind of involved in some way, shape, or form in a derogatory manner. I could be making that up or being a conspiracy theorist about it. But to be completely fair, South Park hasn't really been funny in a long time. And when I saw the new South Park, I tried watching like 2 episodes, and the one with Kristi Noem shooting dogs and her face falling off was pretty funny. That's the issue though. Like you can make a lot of funny shit about conservatives and liberals. South Park's been doing it for decades, right? It's just the stuff with Trump is like not even remotely funny. I feel like they could do so much better. Because the Kristi Noem thing was hilarious where her face fell off and was screeching and fucking flying at people. I thought that was hilarious. There is plenty to make fun of Trump about. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's a funny guy. Like he kind of is an easy target for a lot of humor. But they never can do it. They always are like, he's got a tiny penis and he's like, and he's fucking the devil. And he's an asshole and he's fucking Satan. He's having a baby with the devil. Like what? Like I don't know. It's just not funny. And it's like it's very sad. You know what's funny about it? It's really funny that like someone in the chat said liberals are going to find it really funny, but like they're not even going after Trump for anything viable. Yeah, I just don't. It's all just kind of like really BS. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not fun. That's why I don't really watch South Park. I do watch a lot of the old South Park stuff that's really fucking funny. But my favorite thing about South Park, I will say though, is the fact that South Park has done some really fucked up stuff in the past with like trans people, and then all of a sudden liberals were like, South Park's awesome, and I'm like, watch season 7 episode 1 real quick for me, and they'll be like, well, that was different, and I'm like, yeah, of course you think that's different, and that's fine, but I just don't find it funny, so I don't watch it. I mean, I still love South Park though. I especially like older South Park, and even Strong Woman, that was a great episode. So there's a lot of stuff they've done in the past, but I've had a lot of fun going back and watching the old stuff. But at any rate, the new stuff kind of reminds me of that weird animated TV show that lasted like a couple episodes and got canceled immediately. It was called like My Cartoon President or something. It was like unwatchable. Maybe they didn't go after Biden because it like wouldn't age well because he's like gonna die imminently. I feel like they could have done really funny stuff with him. Yeah, they could have just made him a corpse the whole time and people were like dragging him around. Yeah, like a puppet. It'd have been funny. Yeah. But there was a show called My Cartoon President, I think, and I watched a few clips from it, and there was like no comedy. It was like the joke would be like whatever politician was being made fun of would just be like, okay guys, I'm off to sign this deal that allows this thing to happen, and then they walk off, and I'm like, wait, was that a joke or what happened just now? It was like it made no sense. It was very strange. Like the left can't meme. Yeah, they just suck at it. You know, but South Park, I think, was the best ever at going after conservatives, and they just don't really do a good job now. I feel like it's because humor is largely based around like stuff that's fucked up, right? And like the left can't be fucked up because they have to be morally superior at all times, right? That makes sense, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping South Park comes back and does a better job at like going after Trump. Like I said, I think there's a lot you could go after Trump for, and it'd be hilarious, and they just suck at it right now. It's like literally tiny penis, like. Maybe once, like tiny penis, would be funny, but like I don't know. I don't know. It's just not fun. I like Saddam Hussein's character better when he was fucking Satan. All right, Indignant Goose. What a $20 orange Canadian boy. All of us base humans need to focus on fighting communism. Every country in the West, USA, Canada, and Central and South America, these fucks have been trying to take over for years. Freeloader freaks, long live capitalism. I agree. Yeah, communism needs to be rooted out and exterminated for sure.
I feel like communism is just like a stepping stone. Like it's not even the final form. Like I'm more scared of the final form, which is like
Super Saiyan 2
Sharia law and Islamic takeover. You know what I mean? Like I know that. So back in the day, people used to talk about that shit all the time, like adults did. And it just seemed really racist to me and like unlikely. Right. And now we're living in a time where like it's literally kind of scary, right? Because there's so many other countries that are already giving up everything that they are for people that are coming in and implementing Sharia law and just kind of like spreading, taking over, having kids. And I mean, like, not that we need everything to be gentrified and white, but like we need our core values to still exist somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Beep, 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 beep. A lot of articles are online are saying that South Park is actually bad. It's intentionally bad for like marketing purposes.
Danu Vox said that Sharia law is right wing. They'll most likely bring fascism, not communism. No, they'll bring communism first because they need a weak starting point to implement that. Yeah. Right? They need to break it down and have total government control before they, what's more likely, right?
Yeah. Well,
are they going to come in and give the government less power first, or?
Well, Danny Vox, the way you got to look at it is this, right? So look at the UK, for example. The UK is hyper liberal, right? Although they were the first, they were before us in getting rid of gender reassignment surgeries for children, which was unexpected. But the UK is hyper liberal, right? The UK has Sharia law in certain places of the UK that they actually already have Sharia law, and there's talks about it going even further. And if you look at kind of like the political spectrum in America, the left overwhelmingly supports Islam now, which is really unexpected, given like they don't really agree on anything. So I agree that with her that that would happen. I would think that would happen first. But then again, we have such a big country. I don't think it could ever happen in this country, but it definitely is happening in other countries. A little bit of nitrous makes the wind. A little bit of something else in my ass. I don't know why I thought of that song. Thank you, Blue Neptune. I appreciate you. Little bit of hunky tap in my man. Robert Maltabano. The only thing missing is more cowbell. I got a what is it? An urge. Got a craving for more cowbell. Oh yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yet the UK has a conservative in power. Are we calling Keir Starmer a conservative? Is this kind of like how you could just be like, that thing out there that you put your mail in, that's called a shovel. It's like, no, it's called a mailbox. It's like, no, it's a shovel. It's a shovel now. But it's a mailbox though. It's like, no, it's a shovel, bro. It says on the side that this is a shovel, therefore it's a shovel. That's kind of how I feel about saying Keith Starmer is a conservative.
All right, the clown has a zinger in chat.
Thank you, Madamo says, I'll make membership to you, and then becomes a new member. By the way, if any of you guys are based OGs enough, become a Famelot Monarch or royalty member. I'm gonna start putting up one short per day or two shorts per day that are only for members. So if you're not a member, do that, please, for your boy. It helps me out in a big ass way.
Are you going to show them sushi?
No, fuck sushi.
Reels about sushi?
No, we ain't do it. No, fuck those.
It's got to be personal if it's special.
No. Oh, yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
Wait, you have to read Art the Clown's comment. It's
funny. Okay. A little bit of Monica in my van. Diplomatic immunity says I can.
It's a zinger.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm royalty as fuck. Yeah, Ashley's. I have like 8 royalty members, and Ashley's one of them. Thank you. I appreciate you. Right. Yeah. But at any rate, let's continue. Misspelled for the T. Thank you guys for all the love. Make sure you guys like the stream. Spam the hell out of the like button. I love you. I appreciate you guys so much. Ashley's the best. I agree. Beep, 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 beep. Let's see. Let's see. We'll see. It says on Google, Keir Starmer is neither a liberal nor conservative. He's the leader of the Labour Party, a major UK political party that sits center left of the political spectrum. He has served as prime minister since July 2024. In his earlier youth, Starmer wrote for socialist magazines, stating Karl Marx, of course, was extremely right in his analysis of Marxism. After becoming the later Labour Party in 2020, he systematically moved the party away from the far left stances of his predecessor and towards the political center to improve the party's electability. The shift has led to some critics and commentators describing him as a social liberal.
Yeah, if he's quoting Marxism.
I mean, but technically, right? It doesn't matter. As prime minister, his approach is often compared to centrist New Labour era form of Prime Minister Tony Blair. His government policy is what he calls secronomics, prioritizing economic growth, investment in infrastructure and education, and securing private sector investment. It just sounds like every politician says the same thing, to be honest. It says while all of his personal views are extremely left-wing, his political alignment is considered centrist or center-left. There we go. That's what Google says. Mim Damel becomes a member, and it's a Famalot royalty member. Wow. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Fuck, I deleted that. I hate when I delete things on StreamYard on accident instead of just editing them. Thank you, Madamo. There you go. We got a royalty member tonight. We're freaking rocking and rolling, boys. Rocking and rolling. The economy's never been worse. Tugsim's over there right now. Tugsim is living in the hell right now. Damn. We are 13 likes. 13 likes from 250 boys. I'm getting rage. What's up, Dude Chronic? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Yes, every member needs to upgrade to royalty, by the way. It's a requirement tonight. Sorry. It's a requirement. Sorry. Or else you're banned for life. What's up, West Trippy? How you doing, buddy? 30 people a day are arrested for speech crimes under Starmer. Very, very conservative, yes. Yeah, fuck that. I'm glad I ain't over. Glad I ain't over there. I don't know. Remember when I don't know if you remember this, the UK, when the UK talked about how they were going to start charging people for social media posts. They claimed that they would extradite US citizens to UK and arrest them for posts in America.
I remember that.
These dumb sons of bitches. These dumb sons of bitches. God, what a bunch of dumb bastards.
That was a huge thing.
Yeah, UK, the UK government think they still consider themselves like the same government from the 1600s. Say, bro, no one gives a fuck about y'all. Shut your mouth. We don't need your teas and crumpet. We don't even know who you are. We haven't thought about you.
And you have not a lot of resources.
No one knows who you are. It's crazy, but that's the UK. The UK is fucking crazy, man. Let's see. All right. Don't you snap at me.
Well, you don't have your vape. You don't even know where it is.
I'll snap your ass in half,
this
brother.
10%.
It says from 2023 to 2024, 12,000 arrests per year under laws of the Communications Act from 2003 for grossly offensive or menacing messages. Through the exact figures fluctuate. More recent data says that it has decreased to 9,700 in 2024 for people making social media posts in the UK. Thank you, Slosher. By the way, Slosher just upgraded to royalty number 2. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much. God, we got 2 royalty members today. We're basically royalty now. Slosher and Mademel are goated. Big shout out to Shani as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Post the article. Oh, this is a an AI layout of trends and key figures I don't know. Does it have? Oh, there's all kinds of fucking articles. But I mean, I would just suggest Googling it. Like put how many people have been arrested in the UK for social media. There's like 1,000 articles like in the right bar of the AI. I mean, it's in the law. It's in the communications law in the UK. So it's legal to arrest. I mean, that's what they do over there. They don't have freedom of speech in the UK. It's not a thing. Which is fine. Even though they'll say they agree with it. They'll be like, we believe in free speech, but you cannot say anything that may be misconstrued as inciting hate, which means just disagreeing with people.
How has J.K. Rowling not been arrested?
I don't know, actually. That's interesting. Where does she live? Maybe she doesn't live. J.K. Rowling. Place of residence. Says she lives in Scotland. In Edinburgh. Yeah, she's in Scotland, which is in the UK. Let's see. Why hasn't J.K. Rowling wrote more books about Harry Potter? Rowling been arrested for social media. It probably because it would cause a fucking civil war. She's like so influential.
Yeah.
It says she has been investigated for it several times. She was investigated in April of 2024. She probably has a really good lawyer too. Let's be honest there. It says she's been investigated several times, but the police of Scotland have determined that her comments were not criminal acts. I mean, JK hasn't said anything wrong. I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree too.
The issue is
other people think that it has been.
Well, other people have said just normal shit and got arrested. You know.
Yeah.
So
like her comments, comparatively to what the precedent has been, is that they would have been considered hate speech.
Yeah. Yep, 100%. 100%. 8 likes from 250 boys. Yeah, I think it's because she's too influential. It would cause the whole world. Trump might come in there and still Keir Starmer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they would draw way too much attention to cause a few to know that. Yeah, I agree with that. I think if you're influential enough and you have really good legal people, you're not gonna get arrested for that kind of thing, right? Make friends with rich, powerful people when you have a bunch of money. Good strategy. I like that. I like to take Rowling. Yeah. Her status and rich, yeah, that should be pretty obvious. I mean, look at politicians; they like can rob you blind, and they never get anything, unless they're Trump. Though they fucking went after Trump real good. They resurrected like dead laws to go after him at one point. It was wild. It was wild.
Anything and everything.
Yeah, but he still came back from the depths of hell.
Which to me just says that he's not in on a lot of the bullshit that everybody else was in on.
He's in different.
He wasn't part of the club.
He's in different bullshit, probably. More interesting, spooky bullshit. He's on a different level. He probably has like aliens, like for like housemaids and shit. He's too far. All right. You have no idea how many Brits are praying that Trump kidnaps Starmer next. That's funny, man. All right. We got 7 likes to 250. Spam that like button as hard as you can, boys. I'm gonna do Naked Snake. We've been live for 3 hours, almost exactly 3 hours. I'm gonna do Naked Snake and get the hell out of here. We got close to Bikini Gold. We were 400 away, a couple of red boys, and we would have been there. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. I may take Thursday off though. I don't know yet. Might do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. We'll see yet. I'm trying to work out this new schedule. It's a lot. So, but I have new clips coming out all day, every day. It's been a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. And I hope you guys are excited for it as well, because we're enjoying it. We're having too much fun with this shit. Let me look over here real quick. I'm just looking for my boys. Looking for my boys over here. Let's do, I don't know. Let me pick it after Snake, because I know somebody's going to end. No Bikini Snake. It's coming. It'll happen again. We haven't had, we haven't had a Naked Snake or a bikini in 2026 yet. The first 2026 bikini's coming. I promise you. All right, boys. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I got the flu, dude. So we all have had it.
Man, yeah. I got it for Christmas. It sucked.
Yeah, and I've been battling through it. I'm thinking I'm almost on the other side of it, though. Oh, a snake bikini, yes.
I can't wait for snake bikini one day.
Snake bikini. All right, boys. 7 likes away from 300. Spam that like button so we can hit it. I want to do Naked Snake, and PDH can go save the dog. Everybody say bye to PDH. There you go. All right. It's that time again, boys, to party and do some Naked Snake. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. We easily hit it today. It wasn't even fucking, it was never stressful. Appreciate you. Killed it. Killed it. You guys are goated. Hell yeah. Christmas with the family. We didn't do any Christmas with the family stuff. We streamed on Christmas. We streamed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So we didn't do any family stuff. Although I did see my family. They came up here like a few days ago.
Yeah, New Year's.
That's probably why I'm sick. Was the last bikini when I was on stream? Yes, sir. Raykin was the one that brought us the bikini magic. That's what it was. PDH definitely got me sick, yeah. All right, boys, let's do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid. I'm going to see who I got to raid before we do that, though. Hell yeah. Here we go. You guys ready? Like the show. Here we go. One more time, boys. One more time. Hell yeah. Oh. What the hell? All right. Y'all ready? Like the show. 7 likes away. We're also going to have a clip coming out in like 20 minutes, I think. Maybe. And I'll be putting up a bunch more tonight. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
One more time, boys.
In my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Snake eater in my time. There be nobody else. Crime. It's the way I fly to you. Oh my God, a gold boy. Woo. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. Ashley coming up with a gold snake. Damn, here we go.
Someday we'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Alan Jones. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. Another ghost slosher, damn! I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 561 in a row. Oh. Oh. Here we go. Thank you guys so much. We got two Snake Gold Boys. Damn. That never happens. Thank you so much. Too, Snake Gold Boys, Slosher and Ashley. Thank you guys so much. M. Daniel says, what's fucked up is I had another 50 plus 50 to send during the relevant conversation, but YouTube kept blocking my message. Those sons of bitches. Save it for the next stream, brother. Let's hit that bikini one time this week so we can have the first bikini of 2026. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you, everybody. Now let me make sure I can get a raid path, because every time I raid people, they had just ended their stream, and it's so frustrating when it happens. I'm like, fuck. So I want to make sure we're good to go here. Where's my live at? Live. All right, let's see. We got BBB, Smoosh, BBB. There's only one person on here. Hold on. I hear the dogs freaking out. Oh, shit, sorry. I think they're getting off. They're saying their goodbyes. Let's do Jess, Moxie Dame. We're gonna raid Moxie Dame. She's good people. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't miss it. We're gonna have some fun. Same time, same place. I'll see you guys then. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I love you. Hell yeah, I like to stream on the way out. Say Cam raid in the chat, boys.